Welcome, everybody, and hope everybody's having a good evening, a good morning, a good afternoon, anywhere in the world, wherever you are. This is MikeySuzeFour. Welcome. This is just a stream, as it says in the title, just for the heck of it. Uh, with me, of course, is my beautiful wife, Suzanne. Yep, there she is. She's remaining off camera for some obvious reasons, but she just said hello and welcome everyone. We've got two people watching. That's so cool. And let's see. First person we saw in the chat was JPRPH1. So welcome, JPR. Good to see you. And let's see. Already just on the scrolling thing down there, just make sure you keep the chat civil and enjoy the stream. Uh Basically we can talk about anything you want to talk about. uh, within reason. Uh, just no death, politics, religion, or taxes when it comes to that. Uh, and I'm going to check my stream here to make sure it's still running. I know I've got it running somewhere. Somewhere, somehow. All right, so let's see here. Yes, there we are. Okay. Okay. Yes, sir. I am still up. There we go. Okay. So, yeah, JPRPH1. Good to see you. Yeah. Well, it's only it's like quarter after 8 p.m. Eastern time. Uh, I don't think I remember where you are, JPR, but I mean, just tell me the section of the country you're still in, if you're behind me in time, ahead, or way behind, or maybe you're in the future, like our friend Sashi from Malaysia. Oh, you're in Erie, Pennsylvania. So are you on the same time? Does Erie kind of share that East Coast time frame? Pennsylvania? Yeah, probably. Yeah, same time. Ah, okay. Oh, yes, yes. Okay, great. So JPR and I are on the same East Coast time. And yes, EST. Correct, sir. And there is our brother, uh, known as the Tired Midnight Blogger, Mr. Curtis Selby. He's driving. Hi, Mike. Hey, how you doing, Curtis? All righty. Hail, Curtis Selby. Okay, so yes, I'm still up. And JPR comes from us from Erie, Pennsylvania. Well, you didn't have to say the town, sir. I would have been fine with the state, but thank you for saying that. Okay, so as I said, we are in Scarborough, Ontario, Canada. We're also on an East Coast time frame here. Same time. We're just east of the main downtown of Toronto, Ontario. So that's where we are. And Curtis Selby is driving. And yes, EST, hail Curtis Selby, and safe travels, Curtis. Yes, Curtis, have some safe travels there, my friend. All right, just gonna highlight the people as they come in. See if that works for me today. Alrighty, so um, pretty much not so much going on right now. Everybody knows our schedule for the week. We're always working Monday through Thursday, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, doing those wonderful reviews, 2 episodes of each of those series we're covering right now. I'm almost toward the end of ISIS, so I can't wait. The next thing we're doing is going to be TOS. So, per your request on the polls we had previously, Red Dwarf always on Mondays, and TOS will then be on Tuesdays. And then when we get through the Greatest American Hero series, which is only 3 seasons long, at the very end of that, we will go right in to Get Smart. So then we'll have all your requests, your top 3 requests, all in there Monday through Wednesday. And then Thursdays, we're still covering the 18 on the webcams, 2 episodes. Yeah. So, as I mentioned in a previous stream earlier this afternoon, we do have a movie we're going to cover. And I don't know if everybody has seen this movie, but it's called Blink Twice. It's a very controversial, very graphic, violent film. Uh, mostly horror, but yeah, there's a lot more psychological drama in it. Uh, just to name a few people, it features Channing Tatum, Haley Joel Osment. Yes, the same guy, who said I see dead people when he was a little kid. Yeah, but he's older now. Christian Slater. You got Gina Davis. Yeah, yeah. There's a bunch of people in it. It is kind of dark. Well, kind of is probably being kind to it. See that? No, it's very dark, but it's just something I want to throw out there because uh, it seems like it's a movie that maybe wasn't supposed to be put out there, but the person who did it is a fairly new director, if I understand correctly, and he did it because he wanted to show something about what's going on behind the scenes of Hollywood and other things. So yeah, it should be interesting. Uh, we're going to we're going to do the review on that a little bit later on Friday, I think, because this weekend I got my birthday coming up on Sunday, and I want to give myself a little more time to rest. Sun or Saturday, I am doing one thing with Charlotte Night Star the Werewolf. She gave me a chance to choose a movie, and so we'll be doing both parts of 9.5 Weeks, which features Mickey Rourke and Kim Basinger. Probably one of the few things I'll ever watch Kim Basinger in, and not for obvious reasons, right? Yeah, she actually acted in this thing. Go figure. Um, Sci-Fi Sifdan, hello there, MikeySuzeFour. Hey, Sifdan, if you want to come up, the StreamYard should be pinned to the top of the chat there for you. If you'd like to come up and join us. Anybody can join us tonight. It's pretty much open panel. We do have it as subscribers only, though. So you got to make sure you're at least subscribed to our channel at least for 40 minutes or so before you can come up here. And we are going to check you because uh, both JPR and Curtis are very good moderators and they can do stuff. So yeah, and Siftan can too. So we are going to be very careful about who we allow up here tonight. And I don't know if we'll be here that long. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, Siftan, if you want to come up, it's should be pinned at the chat there for you. Okay. Oh, thanks, babe. Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't feel very handsome. Okay, and here comes our brother in arms, who is also a very cool sci-fi geek, Mr. Sci-Fi Sif Dan. How you doing, Dan?
Hello, Mikey. How's it going? Decided to hop on for a little bit, or just as how long your stream will go for.
Well, I know that you do get tired yourself and you have to work and everything, so just let me know when you have to go. It's no worries. Uh, I'm sure. Well, right now it's pretty early, so I mean it's almost 8:30 and at night here, East Coast. So I'd say about 2.5, probably a top hour, 11 o'clock, probably good enough. Unless we do get a lot more people, we'll be here for a few more minutes after that, then of course. But yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah, so I wanted to ask you, my friend, have you ever seen this movie called Blink Twice?
No, I haven't. Is it a relatively new movie or a very old movie? But by my standards, was considering
It's a
I'm a
very
young, considering
yeah.
I'm a young guy, and you know how young I
Uh,
am.
I know that. Yes, I know, my friend. I know. No, it's very new. It has only been out a couple weeks. It's a very psychological drama driven film. Has some horror in it, has some light humor, but it basically the plot, what it involves is that Channing Tatum is the entrepreneur of a private island that he owns through his software company. And what he does every year is he has an orgy of sorts on his private island. He takes these women, kidnaps them. Well, he doesn't really kidnap them, okay? He takes them on the plane to the island, but then, of course, he gets them drunk. He gets them so drunk that they can't remember a thing, and then they do stuff to them. So it's it's really an eye opener, let's say. I know that Suzanne and I were very horrified by it. Oh, and by the way, they do give you a disclaimer. Now, not many horror films or psychological films like that will give you a disclaimer, but there is a disclaimer at the beginning of this film. So if anybody is really offended by a lot of the graphic uh, and some nudity and stuff that goes on in it, they are given a chance to leave if they want to leave before seeing the film. Like I said,
Uh,
not many do that. So
uh,
it's very unique. Yeah.
I gotta say, this movie sounds awfully familiar to a certain Hollywood guy.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
know what I'm talking about.
Yes. Uh-huh. Well, it was a different stretch for Channing Tatum because we saw him in Deadpool Wolverine, did a great gambit in there. But then I see him as the head of this, horror psycho drama, and I'm like, wow, yeah. So that's insane. Yeah, but like I said, uh, I leave it entirely up to you because we're going to cover it on Friday.
Mhm.
We're gonna come on at 11:15. I want to give us plenty of time between Gorilla's you know um, Walton stream and then our stream. So um movie review. So yeah, 11:15 p.m. on this coming Friday. That'll be that live stream. And then Sunday on my birthday, 12 noon. We're going to start at 12 noon straight up Eastern for my 59th birthday. And Suzanne got me some awesome cheesecake and some strawberry topping for it. I'm excited.
Mm,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
really excited. Yeah,
Yum yum.
some really good stuff. And let's see. Yep. So we here was Sif Dan. Let's put you in there. All right. And then we had JPR said hello to Sif Dan. And JPR said I'll be taking off when Twin Peaks starts, but we'll try to bounce between chats. That's fine, JPR. Yes, I know Netters and deleted scenes are doing their Twin Peaks. There's Smallwood thing or whatever. That's fine. And there's our friend, Anchorman. Anchorman. Hey, Anchorman. Anchorman, we do have at the top of the chat, there is the StreamYard link. Uh, we have it permanent now. It's called MikeySuzeFour Studio. Oh, there you are. All right. And welcoming to our panel, Mr. Anchorman. Anchorman. How you doing, Anchorman?
Hello.
Yeah.
Bop beep
How's
bop boop.
happy boop? Yeah. Well, you know what? That's actually Family Guy, right? And that's the they got the guy from or the his friend oh, what is the African American friend of his? But done up like
Cleveland Brown.
R2D2. Yes, Cleveland. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Cleveland Brown. Absolutely. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah. Red 5 standing by. Red 5 standing by. Yeah. Hunt for Red October standing by. Red Fox standing by. That is hilarious. I'm sorry. But I mean, it is. It's one of the most hilarious parts there. Simply Red standing by. Yeah. Oh,
I gotta say, Quagmire and C3PO. That's kind of. I don't know about C3PO or for Quagmire or well, unless
I thought. Uh,
unless
oh,
C three
sorry.
PO was somewhat of a horn dog when it came to robots, then of course it does fit Quagmire. R two D
It
two.
had to be. Yeah, it had to be Quagmire. Yeah. Cleveland definitely had to play R2D2. Beep up boop. Yeah. Still Family Guy Star Wars. Yeah. I've seen it. I downloaded it too. It's hilarious. It still
Me and
is.
Little Blue reviewed it on his channel.
And what'd you guys think?
We loved it.
Oh yeah, couldn't stop. I couldn't stop laughing. Even Mr. Herbert. That's Obi Wan.
Something dark side.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, that was. What was it? Peter Griffin's father-in-law was the emperor. Something dark side. Yeah. Yeah. And there's that one that has the voice of Quagmire on it, from the Robot Chicken. Go for Palpatine. Oh, I gotta take this. Hey, how's my favorite Sith? You did what? Who's they?
Simple. He blew up the Death Star. He blew up Alderaan. Then someone blew up the Death Star. Now that caused a major blow to the Empire. Now the Empire's in shambles. Now.
Mm-hmm. It is. Yeah, I'm curious to see what they're gonna do after that, though, Dan and Anchorman. Because after Rise of Skywalker, I don't know. You know, I just don't know.
Well, there is a rumor going around on the internet that
How
the
do you
way
think, Anchorman? JPR?
there is a rumor going around that the Ray movie / trilogy is canceled, and I have to say, if it's anything like what the lead director's gonna direct or do anything, she's an activist. I was saying, thank God it's canceled.
You gotta say that, Dan. You're a purist. Come on. Yeah, I don't fault anybody. Um, for the kind of schlock they put out lately for Star Trek and Star Wars both, I don't blame anyone. Especially if they're a purist and really enjoyed the older stuff that was beforehand. Yeah, I don't blame them at all. It's just all this wokeness and all this crap, and then there's no writers, right, guys? I mean,
Yes,
nobody's writing anything worthy.
yeah.
I mean, come
and
on.
and Mikey, you call me a purist. I would say, yeah, that's somewhat true, but if it's good Star Wars, it's a good story, good characters, I will accept it as Star Wars. If not, it's not Star Wars to me. And
Right.
the sequel trilogy is not Star Wars to me. At best, it's bad fan fiction, and just Disney repackaged Star Wars, second rate
Yeah,
shit.
I agree. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, the answer to your private chat was yes and yes. Sorry, that's all you have to know
Hey,
afterwards. Yeah, Anchorman, go ahead.
I was gonna do a review of Little Blue. I didn't know when he was gonna text me, but he just texted me. I don't know if you're still streaming.
I'll be
After a
streaming here.
while.
Yeah, I'll be here for a while. Dan, since Dan's with me and him, we said probably at least 2.5 hours. We'll be here till about 11. If we do get a few more people to drop in the chat from here to there, we should be then maybe an extra half hour to an hour. It all
Okay.
depends. I just have to see by 11 o'clock. But yeah, if you have to do something, Anchorman, please go ahead.
All
We
right.
should be here for a little while.
All right.
well,
I'll
my
be back.
well, Mikey, and to not put a downer on your stream, but since Gorilla's doing his own cigar lounge take 2 tonight, and Resolute Germ's doing his own Andromeda review series, you could try getting in contact with Germ after he's done with his Andromeda series through X. But unless he's gonna join Gorilla's panel, odds are Resolute Germ and Gorilla are gonna take the majority of our audience tonight, since they're kind of like the major players in their own communities.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I was thinking of joining, and then I just kind of said, you know what, I'll just do my own because, uh, well, for obvious reasons, and I know he's going to be there, so yeah, he'll never miss a second cigar lounge. I was surprised that he even missed the first one yesterday. So I was like, yeah, no, but I mean, sci-fi sit down. I understand. No, if you do need to go, that's fine.
No,
That's why.
no, Mikey, it's fine. I'm just letting you know that in case some of your usual viewers don't show up, that's probably why. That's probably why if they don't show up.
Okay, okay, cool. Let's see. What else did I want? This basically, like I said, other than the taboo things that we don't like to talk about, it's pretty much anything. It's we got some really good movies coming out. I think a few decent movies coming out in the ahead of us in the fall. Two I know for sure that uh Suzanne and I want to go see is Venus or Venus. What am I saying? Venom, not Venus. See, I'm starting to lose it up here. Venom: The Last Dance does look really good, um, and so we want to see that. Um, Joker 2, Folie La Deux. No, it seems like too much of a musical, and yeah,
Well, Mikey,
no.
from what the production said, it was gonna be a musical mainly, and I gotta say, for Joker or for a DC musical, unless it's in short bursts, it's not gonna work worth a damn. It's not.
Mm, well, I think no. Honestly, I think that Venom. The third Venom. I think both Suzanne and I agreed that looks really good. It does. A lot of more monsters, and you know, I know he's probably not going to say, don't eat Mrs. Chang. The Asian lady. Like, you know who I'm talking about? The Asian lady in the counter, and I'm like behind the counter, and I'm like,
Yeah,
don't eat Mrs. Chang.
yeah.
Yeah.
To which is basically Venom's mother-in-law. In other words, basically.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And let's see. We've got Fluff Chick Productions. Hello, Miss Connie Cleary. It's awesome to see you. Hey, everyone. Yep, good to see you in the chat. And we got this new guy saying Ted, his name's Ted Clubberlane, and he says woke. Oh, really? Okay. Well, I don't think so, but I mean, I've been wrong before.
Mm.
But good to acknowledge you, Ted.
And Ted,
Good to see you.
if you're new to our community, you go ahead and sub to my channel if you want. I mean, I call me a sub shill, but I am trying to make a living here besides my real world job. We all are.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. So, and Ted, just so you know, just uh, just pay attention to what it says there on the scrolling uh ticker tape there. It just says please keep the chat civil and enjoy the stream. Okay. Uh, don't call people names. Don't get into a verbal dispute with anyone because we don't believe in that here. We don't want any anarchy, any chaos. We just want to have a good stream, talk to people, acknowledge them. Uh, all right, Ted. So yeah, but not a bad avatar there of the Ted from the movies. I did
Mm-hmm.
like the first one. Wasn't really into the second one that much. But I did tell Larry I did like Sam Jones, his acting in both. I think he pretty much saved it for the second one. I'm not so sure about the first one because he did have Mark Wahlberg actually play it decent. So I think probably it's all about Ted in the first two and somewhat Mark, maybe, Sam Jones, and then that's pretty much it after that. So, and Anarchy. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Mm.
Well, I'm familiar with Anarchy, right? Total Anarchy.
Ted, is that your other YouTube handle that you're going by, or are you just saying anarchy in general, basically?
I think he's saying Anarchy in general. Yeah. But I mean, yeah, most things are woke nowadays, Ted. That's no shock. I mean, so yeah. I mean, yeah. But I mean, there's a few good movies. Some that weren't woke to us. I mean, we saw, The Expendables 4. That was good. I like John Wick 4. That was good. Yeah, there's a few. Oh, okay. He says he's woke. Oh, okay. Okay, so he's woke.
Is he talking about
Alrighty.
himself or the Ted character assigned the movie? Because
Well,
well,
he might be talking about himself. Not sure.
yeah, well, Mikey, I sort of grown tired of all that woke stuff, and
Yeah.
If he my summer who gets on the panel, I know it's gonna be a little uncivil if he starts going and preaching the woke stuff. It's gonna be very, very ugly.
Well, I just went ahead and put him in timeout. So I think that's best. Yeah. Yeah. Come on. I mean, come on, Ted. You need to start speaking some positive language here, okay? That's not something we want to hear, okay? Anyway, we do have Jolan True, MikeySuzeFour. Hello, Aravic Sander. Sonder. I always call you Sander. Sorry about that, Aravic.
Hello,
I look at it, it's
Eric.
like
You're
O-A
hello,
something.
hello,
Yeah.
Eric. You're you're truly all brave to come onto this stream with Mikey and sit
Exactly.
down.
And hey, Sci-Fi Sifdan from Aravic. Yeah, Aravic's one of our good friends we knew that we know or we did know on Chip Nerdy, but now he's a very prominent member of our stream and really enjoys our chats and stuff, especially like I said, the webcams we do. Uh, well, let me ask you, Dan. Are you into mystery series? You know, like Beyond Fact or Fiction, uh, unsolved mysteries, things like that.
If it's done well, yes, but if it's a slow burn type, I mean, I really don't care for slow burns. I mean, I get that they're slow burns, but if it takes forever, in my opinion, to get to the point, then no, I'm not really into mysteries. I mean, I want it well paced. Like people say, oh, you should watch the Mandalorian TV show. I tried to get into the
Mhm.
first episode. I found it boring. They say it's a slow burn for the first few episodes, and you have to go along with it. It's like,
Right.
you know what? I'm bored and just by watching the first episode of the Mandalorian, and they say, oh, it's good. Really, I find it boring.
Yeah. Well, like I said, what we plan on doing next year is we have two polls in our community chat, and they're good until December 1st is when I'll announce the final results. So you do have a couple months if you want to make up your mind to choose which one you want, your choice from each of those polls, Dan. We're just asking people if they want us to, do some in-depth mystery shows over the years. Like there's In Search of, there's Unsolved Mysteries, there's Beyond Fact or Fiction. There was, Jonathan Frakes that did his own thing. Yeah, I mean, just some of those, mysteries about the Bermuda Triangle, maybe some updated information, Titanic, um, you know,
Yeah,
the cryptid and Loch Ness.
Yeah, well, Mikey. To
Sorry.
be truthful, I'm not really much of a horror fan. I'm not. I'm more into sci-fi action or sci-fi fantasy when it comes to my TV shows or genres.
Sure.
Because
Well, I mean, we're planning that too next year. I asked Gorilla, he was trying to come up with a couple of series that just have a couple episodes. Now, I did mention the one I was in, which was The Highwayman from 1987 to 88. That only lasted 9 episodes, but it was so much fun to do. And and I was in 3 of those episodes. My buddy Larry, Be Yourself Adventures, was in the other 6, including the 3 I was in. So he was in all 9 episodes, and I did 3. And then the other one I suggested to Gorilla was Westworld. Um, do Westworld for just season 1 of Westworld that was on HBO, or do the Westworld series they tried back in the day. I think it was in the early 70s or something. It was a series that only lasted 6 episodes. But I think I'd rather just suggest to him the other Westworld, which had, Sir Anthony Hopkins in it and everything. Just the first season, though. Everything else after season 1 is shit. Or
yeah,
sheep
well,
dip, as, you know.
yeah, from what I
Yeah,
hear, the second season was muddied. In other words,
terrible. Terrible. I watched the whole compilation. That one night they covered the entire second season. So I watched that whole compilation. It was total crap. Yeah.
hmm.
And I told Suzanne about it. She said, "Oh, well, then that makes sense, honey. I think we were good when we stopped at the end of season 1 with the cliffhanger." So yeah, it was fine. I love season 1, really, honest. Every episode was great, with especially with Hopkins in it. and it had Jeffrey Wright in it, who played Felix in the last, No Time to Die thing. Yeah, there was a lot of great actors and actresses in that. It was very well done. The music was fantastic. The theme song for it. And Aravic says, "Is this battle station operational? It's a fully armed and operational battle station. Fire at will, Commander."
Now, that one is the fire power is fully armed and operational battle station. Fire at will, Commander.
Fire at will, Commander. Who's they? You could protect a 2-inch exhaust port.
Well, Mike, it was a 2-meter exhaust port, so about 6 feet.
I know. He was saying it where he thought it was a 2-inch, exhaust port. He said, "I still hadn't finished." You're welcome, Arabic. Yeah, he said to Darth Vader, he says, "I still haven't paid off that thing, the Death Star." Have you seen it? Have you seen that one for yourself, Sifdan it's on
I have seen parts of the Family Guy Star Wars parody. I find it amusing, but
it is. Yeah.
I never got to watch the whole thing. I haven't.
Well, someday soon when I get a chance, I'll pull it up here on YouTube because I have it downloaded, and it is a funny little segment, and yeah, it's he has the two of his ministers right there sitting there, and he says, "Oh, I just got milk through my nose," because he was laughing, and because Darth Vader's upset. He says, before I tell people about Padawami or Padamanami or all this, and then he says, "Oh, he's crying," and both of them, the ministers are laughing their asses off.
Oh, and speaking of which,
Seth Green and stuff. Yeah.
I just got an update. Roughly, Gorilla decided to reschedule his cigar lounge for a little bit later since he joined Resolute Germs Andromeda Watch Party. He's scheduled for 6:30 Pacific time, my time, which is about 8:30 or 9:30 your time.
It's 9:30 my time. Yeah. Yeah. So if you want to go, Dan,
No, Mikey, it's fine. Just letting you know what's going on the other side of the community. Just letting you know what's going on.
Yeah, cool. And Arabic said, "LOL, love it. Thank you. You're welcome."
Cool.
Okay.
Good, Arabic. You're very cool.
So yeah. So Ted says, "Sorry, I came off harsh. Harsh? Are you trying to say harsh?" "I've just been smoking weed." Okay, well, and he says, "I'm Ted Clubber Lang." Well, Ted, whether or not you came off harsh before, you sounded, don't get me wrong, but I think you sounded a little bit harsh there. And I don't think that you were being very kind. Okay. Now I'm no preacher. I'm no goody two shoes myself, okay? Far from it. But I will not tolerate anybody that's giving me or my panelists or any of my chatters a hard time. And I did give them permission to kick you off if you get too hostile. So that's fine. If you're Ted Clubber Lang, I'm fine with that, and I will acknowledge you for right now. But if you get really out of hand, you're gone. That's it. Okay? You get one warning with me. That's it. One.
I gotta say, is Mary Jane supposed to help you relax, not be harsh, unless when he listens up, he becomes more harsh?
Well, okay. I'll mention sort of. Mary Jane is supposed to actually calm you down. It's not supposed to make you go psycho or start to lose yourself. It is good for medicinal purposes. I tried to say that word, medicinal purposes, because my relatives who work in the medical field do agree that to some small amounts, if you apply it to your daily regimen to calm you, because if you're a very ADHD or very hyperactive individual, that the medicine, just not puffing, but the medicine itself in it is supposed to help you calm your whole mind and calm everything down. Um, yeah, it's not supposed to cause you to go crazy. But then some people just overindulge, and that's usually what happens. But but Ted, we're letting you know some true facts here. We're not judging you at all. If you want to smoke weed, that is totally fine. Okay? Totally fine with me, totally fine with Dan, totally fine with all of us. We just ask that you be civil and don't go crazy. Okay? And don't start calling people names. Don't start doing all this other stuff. Okay? All right? So just saying. Um, I'm not putting no foot down, but I am being firm. I want to be firm about this. Okay? I just don't need people like this to cause problems. So, that being said.
So Mikey, how long did it take you to get to 196 roughly? Since you did the advertising campaign roughly for yourself on your channel
Oh,
and smaller channels.
oh, well, thank you. Yeah, thank you for asking. Yeah, we're at 196 subs. Uh, we're only 4 away from 200, so we're pretty close. I've been trying to take some advice from Jim's Landscape LLC, how he was able to get to where he is right now, because he's close to 8,000. So if I get into a private chat with him, I should ask him how he's able to do this, because now, Gorilla told me that he was able to get to where he was because he started filming shorts. I don't do shorts because I don't go outside very often. And when we go somewhere, it's usually once or twice a month. Suzanne and I will just go off, you know, no media. We turn our phones off, turn off the media and everything. We just go out and enjoy ourselves for the day or, like I said, once a month or 2 days a month, depending on when we go somewhere. So it's and plus we're taking all December off because I got to get my ID for the country. I still have to get that because of this pandemic that shall not be named uh had closed a lot of government offices for me when I first moved here. 2 years later, or it happened 2 years later, but when I moved here was in 2017. So I wasn't able to get a lot of stuff done. I had to wait over 3 years. I had to wait 3 years before I could even beg them to go ahead and give me an ID. That went from 2017 to 2020, September of 2020, and then what came. So I mean, it was hectic, and it has been hectic ever
Yeah,
since.
and let's welcome into the chat the one and the only Sir Lemon Pie.
Hello, Sir Lemon. Hi, fruitcakes. Sir Lemonade, that cool, refreshing drink. Hey, Sir Lemon. Welcome, welcome, sir. Glad you're here for us. Uh, Just want to remind you, Lemon, we have a new visitor to our chat. Just say hello to Ted Clubberlang. Uh, he's going to try to be a civil human being and be polite. And so just kind of keep an eye on him and make sure we don't have any hassle or anything. I did warn him already, so you don't have to warn him twice. And I trust you, Lemon. So on your judgment. Oh, am I too nice? Okay. And hey, Mikey Sifdan, and oh, Mikey, you were too nice. Well, I did time him out already once. I gave him a quick timeout and I banned his comments because he was getting a little crazy. And he did say that he was sorry that he came off harsh. He says he's been smoking weed and said his name. So, and of course, Arabic says hey to lemon pie. Cool. All right, guys. Well, you know, keep an eye out. And Miss Connie Clary, keep an eye out, sweetie. If we get any more people that try to go nuts on us, hey, I'm having fun. Let's see. What else can we talk about, Dan? Um, well, we got a lot going on in the world. Well, you and I were already there for the presidential debate. I don't want to go into politics too much at all, really, not at all, actually. Um, but we have our own problems here in Canada too, with our prime minister, and we're trying to figure out if they're going to get rid of him or if they're going to have like a whole sweep, you know. And I know PvP's talked about it before, and and he knows a lot more because he is a native, so he knows a lot more about the situation and what's happening as far as the political firestorm and everything that's going down. Um,
Up north, in other
yes.
words?
What's that?
Up north, in other words? Or in
Up
your
north.
case,
Yeah.
central, in other
In the
words?
great white north. Yeah, like Rush. In the great white north, take off. It's a beauty way to go.
Mm.
I love that line. I love that group. Rush is great. Yeah, but unfortunately they lost their key drummer, Neil Peart. So yeah, they had to kind of split it up. And there's to the chat our favorite man about town, or should I say man about space, Mr. Kronos and his buddy Maximilian from the black hole. How you doing, Kronos? It's good to see you, my friend. Good to see you.
Yes, Kronos, the god of time, has shown up, huh?
Yes. Yes, he has. And Erevic says, hey, Kronos. And you want to read that, Sith, Dan? You want to read that, Dan?
Keep an eye on Sith Dan. Oh, okay, and don't worry, Living Pie. I'll keep an eye on you because I'm trying to figure out which area to take a nice slice out of.
Oh my gosh. That's great, Lemon. Thank you. And oh, Kronos says, I am Maximilian. Cool. Well, good to see you, Max Kronos. And hey, Sonder from Kronos. Okay. That's great, guys. No, that's awesome. Here, I'll just mark that one. There we go. That's great, guys. Um, okay, so we got 7 people watching. That's awesome. And let's see. Yeah, so right now, like I said, other than a few movies, there really isn't a whole lot of stuff coming out. There is one thing for Christmas around Thanksgiving, Christmas time, which has Dwayne the Rock Johnson called Red One. That looks really good too. That actually looks funny. J.K. Simmons, who played J. Jonah Jameson in some of the Spider-Man films, is playing, the big guy, Santa Claus, and it looks hilarious. And then Chris Evans is in it too. So yeah, it actually looks kind of funny. And I think Erevic did say that he saw Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice said it was good.
Shh,
Yeah.
don't say his name one more time, please.
Well, this you do.
Don't worry,
Then he'll pop out of nowhere and go.
don't
It's like,
worry,
yeah,
don't worry. I'll call him Juice for short.
yeah. And Lemon says, "Who am I to condemn for Mikey 4K?" Well, very eloquently put, Mister Sir Lemon. I must say. Let's see here. So, hey, Kronos. Hey, Lemon. Yep.
And don't say his
How
name.
was Yeah, lemon pie. Kronos says, "How was Beetlejuice?"
Oh
Arabic is,
no, he's gonna show up.
"Oh no, Arabic. Is anyone watching Rings of Power season 2?
No,
No,
no.
no."
And Eric, and from what I see or hear, the second season is basically it's getting half of the viewership that the first season have, and the episodes are going is trending audiences episode by episode. More of the audience is leaving each episode.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, Kronos says, "I won't see that show." I agree. And Arabic says, "Yeah, I saw part 2. I recommend it." Cool,
Yeah,
cool, Arabic.
Eric
Well, we might do it. Yeah,
and Eric,
we might do it.
the fans and the critics say that episode 5 is season 2 of The Rings of Power is actually the worst episode, but that's a matter of opinion, though.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Well, I heard Rings of Power sucked, so I'm not even gonna bother Sif Dan. No, no, I won't. No, I can't see Rings of Power. No. Mm-mm. Um. Well, I mean, because to be honest, you know what? I'd rather get the animated Hobbit from all those years ago, but it's really hard to find. It's difficult. Um. We already have the 3 Hobbits, and we have the 3 Lord of the Rings. That's enough for us. It's something that we can always rewatch and always see. And as we were talking about Harry Potter the other night, also, we have all 8 Harry Potter films and the 3 Fantastic Beasts films. I think we're fine. Yeah, we're fine with that. And then whenever we want to see them again, we can see them again. Uh, Corona says, I have two parts. No, I think he was talking about the movie. Yeah, it is taking too long to see the Balrog. I agree. And Aravic says, are you going to watch the new animated Lord of the Rings movie? I didn't even know there was an animated film
Yeah, there
version
is.
of it, Aravic.
Yeah, but
Oh,
I
wow.
gotta say, if it's anything like what any classic movies and franchises are, it's probably gonna be a bait and switch. But
Mhm.
I hope not, though. And in Arabic,
Yeah.
what's the line that Gandalf said about that?
You
This
shall not pass.
no. This devil
Oh,
is beyond any of you. Run!
oh, run, run. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, you shall not pass that turd. How about pass that gas? You shall not pass that gas.
No. Actually, what is worse is you shall not pass that kidney stone.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Painful. How about no? um, Kronos says cheers. And Aravic says, yeah, I'm a little bit weary, but I hope it's good. Well, yeah, you know what? Gas? Yeah, that's what Kronos said. Yeah. Aravic says, I like animation. No, I like animation too. In fact, Aravic, if you've been there to Raquel SSG 2211 and Moira Kitties. The last time we were reviewing the brand or rebooted, brand new X-Men 97 continuation, those 10 episodes, they were actually pretty good. I'm looking forward to season two. It was a great cliffhanger at the end of season one, or I guess in their case, season six, or where I'm not sure how they ever numbered it, but I mean, it was very good. So yes, I am looking forward to the next season of that. That's supposed to come out next year sometime. Raquel's going to let me know when they plan on, but it is right now in the works. And I think they're even putting in development a third season for that because a lot of people like the first one. So
Yeah, and
yeah,
Mikey, I have seen X-Men 97.
yeah.
My reaction and review of it is mixed to actually pretty damn good. If I had to split the difference, I would give it a good 7 out of 10 for my score for X-Men 97.
I think you and I are pretty much on the same wavelength because I did tell Miss Raquel that I gave it an 8 out of 10. I gave it a straight B or B plus because I thought it was very well done. The CGI does work perfectly with it because it is animation, but it works fine with it. And the characters have radically changed somewhat. And if you remember how you watch them in Avengers movies and things that happen and X-Men and so forth, um, in the X-Men films, they have somewhat changed, but for some of them for the better. And they actually waited until the middle of the season to bring back Professor Xavier, which I thought was great. And the way they brought him back was just awesome. So, because in the beginning, Magneto was running he was running the X-Men. Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, and
Uh,
Mikey, and I probably said this already or haven't on your channel yet, but Comey, I did not care for Professor Xavier's overly enthusiastic, optimistic viewpoint because I found it so damn annoying. I mean, I get it. You have to be optimistic to see the good of everyone, but temper it with
yeah.
some pragmatism or realism, please. Don't be so high where you're naive, where people take advantage of you and actually say, "Hey, this guy's so naive. Hey, let's put something on that makes him look real damn stupid." In other words.
Yeah, yeah. No, you're right. He was just overly enthusiastic. That is not Professor Xavier, okay, to some extent. It isn't. And I was a little disappointed. Like I said, if they had really passed him off as how he was in the films, played by Sir Patrick Stewart, or even by, James McAvoy when he was younger, for the younger X-Men movies, I would have probably, or even a mixture of the two, and put that on the screen there, animated. I probably would have given it a much higher score. because I really was I wasn't, in fact, like I said, I gave it a pretty decent score because I wasn't even aware that he was going to come back because he gets killed at the beginning, right? He gets killed at the beginning of it. In episode one, Magneto takes over, and then kind of spoilers if you guys haven't seen it yet. And then it just goes through the whole progression until he comes back. So yeah, I mean it's just kind of different. Yeah,
Yeah, well, Mikey, I think they sort of went over that. That explosion was kind of like a cover story for
yeah,
Professor X, because if you I've seen some of the original X-Men, but from what I hear, he left Earth to go to an alien empire, and then to help the co-ruler bring order to her empire. I'm going off of I'm speaking out of my butt right now, but I get the feeling I'm getting the feeling that's probably what it was about. Then
yeah.
in X-Men '97, her empire is relatively stable, but then a huge tragedy happens on Earth, and he has to go, and he leaves his a love partner of that alien empire.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Just a quick. We're going to catch up. Okay, Dan. Just a little bit here. So Chrono says, to be fair, I like Lower Decks. Yeah, I don't have an issue with Lower Decks Star Trek. I don't, but I don't know. I just couldn't get into it. I know it's animated, but you know, sorry. I mean, one last season. Chrono says. Yeah. Aravic says if I had Disney, I would watch it. Yeah, I mean, some people will. It's and like I said, as I told Raquel at the beginning when we were starting to watch parties, I told her, "Hey, I am not a big animation fan. I do like a few animated films here and there, some way back in the past before Disney went evil. Okay, but I mean, other than that, I mean, it just I'm not really into all of it. Like I didn't do Ahsoka. If we go Star Wars, I didn't do Ahsoka. I didn't follow Mandalorian. I didn't follow, which was live action. I didn't follow Rebels. Star Wars Rebels, which is animated. I did watch the Clone Wars, both of them, but I did really enjoy Jendy Tartakovsky's version, which fills perfectly. I mean, from episode two, Attack of the Clones, and then you play Jendy Tartakovsky's 45-minute segments, which is combines into a 2-hour movie. You play that, and then it goes right to the beginning of episode three, Return of the Sith, right as the battle begins over Coruscant to go and save the emperor. So yeah, I mean, it was that good. I mean, it was the best one. It really was.
Yeah, and Mikey,
Disney. Yeah.
I'll say my opinion on Star Wars Rebels. You know what it is already, but I'll say it when you're done with the chat, though.
Okay. Yeah. So Chrono says, yeah, Disney didn't change me, and he also says XY is male. Is that some chemistry basic 101 there, Chronos? Or biology. Eric says, I think I saw some of your reviews on it. Oh, wait, it was the DC cartoon. Ah, and Stewart was good as X. Oh, yeah, Sir Patrick Stewart is always good as Xavier. Ah, with a exclamation point. But powers! And Chrono says, laugh out loud. And welcome to the chat here this early evening or wherever he is in the world, 12 hours ahead of us, the future time traveler, Sashi. Hello, Sashi. And greetings, everyone. They did fire the showrunner, though, and wasn't he the one who didn't want it to turn out like The Witcher, which he was on? Yeah, I think so. I think you're right, Sashi. But you know what? It's awesome to see you, my friend. And then hey Sashi from Kronos. Hi Kronos from Sashi. Kronos says this is a party. Yeah, yeah, I guess you could call it a party. Sort of a surprise one. I said just for the heck of it, I just wanted to come out and have some fun. Ahsoka was okay. All right. Yeah, I'm not saying it wasn't a bad series. I did see a couple episodes, but not the whole thing. So I was just. I'm not a clown, Kronos says. Clone. Oh, you're not a clone. Okay. Sasha says, yeah, Rebels was good for me. It fills in a lot of lore. Agreed. Agreed. And of course, the moments, where the Rebels, growing up, were fighting, early Darth Vader and all that. Yeah. After Anakin had already become Darth. Yeah. Kind of cool. I did see some of those fight scenes. Yeah, Rebels was okay. And Aravic said, yes, didn't Tartakovsky do Samurai Jack? Yes, he did. And I think he did it awesome. And I got to see most of those episodes. No, in fact, I almost saw the entire season of Samurai Jack, except for or the series. I think I missed a couple seasons, unfortunately, just because of moving and things like that. But I did get to see the series finale of Samurai Jack that Tartakovsky did. It was fantastic. One of the best series finales I've ever seen, animated or live. It was very good. And Chrono says, I didn't see all of Samurai Jack. Well, most of us didn't. I didn't. I mean, I know I missed at least a couple seasons. Um, let's see here. Yeah, Arabic said I still have to watch the last season, Chronos. And Chronos says, "You eat, you eat."
All right. Well, Mikey, since you're done with the chats, you probably know what my opinion of the Clone War of the Rebel show is. You probably know what it is. You probably could say what it is, and I can just confirm it.
Well, if you want to go ahead and say it, I'll let you go ahead. I mean, and Sasha said the Cartoon Network did General Grievous very well. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Tartakovsky was fantastic. Well, here's a little story I'll say, and then I'm going to let Dan do this to tell you about his opinion on that. Tartakovsky went to the source. He went to George Lucas. Okay. Lucas and Tartakovsky were involved in several storyboards and planning before they were going to do Clone Wars. And Lucas gave him the background. Jendi went and read most of the books of the Old Republic that were available at the time, everything else he did. And then he did watch, the first movie, Phantom Menace, and he went and watched some of the second movie. Because I don't think the third one, I don't think Return of the Sith was out yet. So he did watch the first two films, but he did talk it over, got everything done, and then he just went ahead and did these little segments. And believe it or not, Lucas had to sign off in each of those little 5-minute segments that they premiered on Cartoon Network, and every one of them was approved. So then eventually, Jendi said, "Okay, we'll just go ahead and combine them into a 2-hour movie," and it worked out perfect. They edited each of those 5-minute segments together perfectly and flawlessly. I still think, like I said, I still think it's one of the best 2-hour animated movie, and it's canon for me. It feels right, like I said, feels right in between episode 2 and episode 3. And you can put it right in there, and you don't miss or skip a thing. It just covers the whole thing. So it's really good. Chrono says I miss Adult Swim. And Chrono says I murdered my cable. Well, that's your fault, buddy. Or did Max murder it? Hmm. Who knows? Bidenomics? Yeah, I don't know when to talk about him. Or I'm just a cheap bastard. Sashi says I have the Cartoon Network Clone Wars on DVD. Awesome. Yeah, I'm trying to get a hold of it myself, the Gen D one. I have the other one. There are like two different versions of Clone Wars, but I'm trying to get the Gen D one. It's hard to find. Chrono says nice. And I wish I had Blu-ray. Yeah, Blu-ray's not bad, buddy. It's actually pretty good. And
All
yeah,
right.
go ahead, Siftan. Go ahead and tell me what you were gonna say and
All right.
yeah, go ahead.
Well, to your audience, from what I get the feeling of, most of your audience loves Star Wars Rebels. I did not care for it. I found it pretty damn boring, actually. The characters
Yeah,
were somewhat boring. The only episodes I liked is when they delved into the dark side. Actually showed the darkness of during the Imperial era. And I mean, I get it. Darkness all the time is not. It's you don't want to go too dark because you scare off the children, and then you only have the weirdos or the adults. But then you don't want to go super light because then the adults will find it so damn stupid or ridiculous, but the kids will enjoy it. You gotta find
right.
a balance between the rebels, and rebels did not do that. They were either very light most of the time, but then they delved into the dark side very little, if at all. And I hated that. I mean, I wanted rebels to be a balance and between those two sides. of the coin. The only episodes I actually enjoyed was with Darth Vader and, ironically, Darth Maul. Those episodes are pretty dark too, and I like those episodes. Overall,
Yeah,
Rebels was just boring to me. It was. I'll give it a 5 out of 10, mostly because it's just not my cup of tea. In other words,
but I mean, did you like the interactive fights, like you said, between Darth Maul, the ones they had where they fought Darth Maul, and the ones they had where they fought Darth Vader?
yes, and there should have been a confrontation between Darth Maul and Vader. That fight would have been epic.
Hmm, I agree. And guess who's back? Ted Clubber Lang. And Kronos says, "Hey, Ted again." All
Yeah,
right, Ted. Well,
yeah,
welcome back.
and your fans may call me a cynic or a purist by saying that about Rebels, but hey, I did not really care for it very much. I mean, the Darth Vader was my favorite episodes, along with the darker aspects that they delved into later episodes, or the episode when it comes to the darker side of the universe. I did enjoy that,
Yeah.
but beyond that, I
Hey,
did not really care
Sifdan.
for it.
Yeah, Sifdan, you better pull your lightsaber. Sashi just said this. I want you to read this. Go ahead.
Oh no, we disagree on Star Wars. We must engage in Mortal Kombat. Excellent. I'll reach out with my hands and shock you with my force lightning.
Oh man. Oh man. Um, Mortal Kombat. Oh man. Okay. And Kronos says, "Come over here." Alrighty. And hey, guess what? My brother Jay Aldridge from Louisiana is talking about the dark side. The dark side. It sounds like, oh, could it be Satan? Yeah, right. Yeah. And
Dark Side is always much more interesting in the Star Wars universe than it is to the light. It
right.
is.
And it's good to see you, brother Jay. Hey, Jay, if you can, come up and join us, brother. The it's at the very top there. It's pinned to the top of the chat, sir, if you want to come and join us. Ted says he's Lawrence of Arabia. Yeah, well, I highly doubt that, my friend, but hey, you keep dreaming, okay? Fatality. Yeah, fatality. Yeah, Kronos. Let's see here. I never saw Lawrence of Arabia. Well, Kronos, Lawrence of Arabia is a great film. Peter O'Toole, man. Yeah. If you really love classic movies like that, it is fantastic. It's a spectacle, okay? It's an epic. It's like if you go back in time and you watch movies like El Cid, which had Charlton Heston, or if you see The Ten Commandments, which had Charlton Heston, or if you see Spartacus, with Kirk Douglas, those are considered epics. Jesus of Nazareth, okay? Every Easter that comes out with Robert Powell, that's an epic. I mean, there's Passion of the Christ. I mean, with Mel Gibson, that's considered an epic. Yeah. There's a lot of great, and Braveheart and things like that. There are some great epic films out there. You just have to know where to look. A lot of them are older. I don't think you find very many epic films, if anything, lately. Not in the last 20 years, at least, or at least I've searched. Let's see here. Yeah, O'Toole. Yeah, Kronos. Yeah. And let's see here. Jay Aldrin, come up and see me sometime. Yeah, well, come up, Jay. Come on. It's there. Sashi says it was one of those old epics. I think I've seen most of them. That's awesome, sir. They do get some of those older films to you guys and gals there in Malaysia, don't they? Yeah, some of the older stuff. Yeah, really good stuff. And Braveheart? Yeah, Kronos, Braveheart. You've seen Braveheart, haven't you? And Supergirl. No, 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 no. Helen Slater. No, 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 no. Unless you're into Faye Dunaway. Okay, maybe, but yeah, no, not
I
Helen
guess
Slater. Come on.
of the Supergirl TV show, I found it ridiculous and cringy at times. When it was on CBS, and then when it switched over to CW, it got cringy. It did.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, I agree. It did a little bit. Um, what did you ever see the series, not the movie, but did you ever see the series sit down that had Melissa Ben Benoist? I guess that was her name.
Smallville, you
That
mean? Smallville?
No, not Smallville. The other one that was called Supergirl. It had Melissa Benoist was in it. She was the lead for that. I had John, the guy that was Martian Mariner or Martian Manhunter was in it with her. Uh, there was, the guy from Flash, played Flash, not Ezra, but the one that played him in the CW. He was there. Uh, yeah, there was some good stuff on that Supergirl series. I remember it. It was actually pretty good. Till they canceled it.
Mikey, no, I haven't seen it. Are you sure you're talking about the right one and not the new one that you're sort of remembering in your head? You may want to look it up a little bit to see if
I'm gonna look. Yeah, I'm gonna look it up. Give me a moment. Sorry.
yeah, because the way you describe it, well, the Flash, Superman, Supergirl, and all that. It sounds like the new Supergirl TV show that came out in the mid 2010s to the 2020 era, I think it was. Unless it is indeed a old Supergirl TV show I haven't heard of.
No, this is the Supergirl TV series that started in 2015, ran until 2021. It had Melissa Benoist playing Supergirl, which was the adventures of Superman's cousin and her own superhero career. It was on the CW. It had Shiley Lee and David Harewood. Yeah. And Shyler was Kara's adopted sister, who she played Alex Danvers for 126 episodes, and John Johns was played by David Harewood for 126 episodes.
So Mikey,
And
so
then
so is that the TV show you're thinking about, or were you trying to think about
that
an
is
older
the
one?
show. Yeah, that is the show I am thinking about. Like I said, it lasted for 6 seasons over a 7-year period. Yeah, that is the one I'm thinking about. It was on the CW. Just like when Smallville started, you know, before that. Um, yeah, and then they had Superman's crossover uh there with her. Oh, Reverend Jay. Hey Jay, how you doing?
AJ
How you feeling, my brother?
and Mikey. Oh, sorry.
Oh no,
Um,
that's okay.
well, I want Reverend Joe to say hi to us and to the chat if he wants to, unless he wants me to talk.
Oh, yeah, well
It
no, say hello to Jay. You know Sif Dan,
it
right, Jay?
it is the way you said that was not how I typed it. So I came on to say it the way I typed it. Here it goes.
Okay.
The dark side?
Yep.
Oh, could it be? I don't know. Satan! Like the church lady.
Oh, like Dick. Yeah, yeah, by Dana Carvey. Oh, yeah. Okay.
And read my description.
Your description? Oh, okay. Hold
Uh-huh.
on. Let me I'm sorry. Let me catch up.
It's right below my name.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Can you see it
Oh,
on screen?
holier. Yeah, I can see it. Holier than thou, better than you.
Well,
You know
Jay.
where that you know where that comes from.
I do. I do.
Mississippi Squirrel Revival.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Well,
right. The Ray Stevens,
Sister
right? Yeah.
Sister Sue, holier than thou, better than you.
Yes.
Jay. Well, you have to remember, the dark side is powered by timidity abilities. Some consider to be unnatural.
I know how to fix the dark side. It's called holy water.
Ooh, yeah, sizzling. Oh
Yeah,
man.
yeah, but then my lightsaber will evaporate the water.
It
Oh,
burns.
cool.
It burns.
It burns. It burns. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Mississippi Squirrel Revival. Still one of the
There is
funniest songs ever. Yeah.
there is a comedian. I can't think of his name, Mike something, and he does the greatest Satan voice ever. It burns. It burns.
I don't know if that's be something I'd be proud of.
He did that. He did that in a
I no no no
Catholic
no no.
church.
I totally understand, but I mean, yeah, I'm
A,
just not
a
something I'm
Catholic
into that.
priest, he passed out when he
I bet he
said,
did.
see, the Catholic priest is going side by side with that holy water, and when it hit him, he goes, it burns, and he just passed out.
Oh boy. Yeah. Alrighty.
I do have a question for both of you. Have any of you seen the Supernatural TV show that ran for
I
over 10
couldn't
years?
stand it.
Oh, he couldn't stand it. I thought it was
Oh.
okay. I saw a few episodes. Yeah, it was all right. Didn't bother me too much. I mean, to be honest, I really like X Files better.
Yeah,
I
because
did watch a
I
lot
didn't
of X
watch that
Files.
either.
yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't
I
watch
was gonna
that
say,
either.
well, in the show they portrayed Lucifer in that show. I was hopefully going to get Reverend J's opinion on how they did Lucifer in that show, aka Satan.
Mhm.
I didn't watch any of it because it's unchristian. So,
Right.
and I didn't watch Lucifer either. They
Yeah.
mocked, they mocked God in that show.
Yeah, they did, unfortunately. Well, I don't know, but maybe it's just me. But when you hear about the devil's name being the title of a show and a series, no thanks.
Uh huh.
I pass. I pass. Let's catch up on the chat, gentlemen. So we said, come up and see me sometime for Mr. J. For Mr. J. I love making fun with
Thank
Harley
you,
Quinn's
Rosie.
voice. No, that's Mr. J. That's also Harley Quinn. She also does like Rosie. She's
Oh,
like,
it
Mr.
sounded like
J.
Rosie the robot.
Oh, Rosie the robot? Okay, well then I can go Rosie. I can go Jetsons. Thank you, Mr. J. Anyway, also we have Sachi who says it was one of those old epics. I think I've seen most of them. Right. And
Well,
Cronus said Braveheart.
Arlene,
Yeah, it was
Ar-
Supergirl. LOL.
Arlene, Arlene, the woman that voiced Harley Quinn in the animated Batman series, she said she did that on purpose to make homage to Rosie the robot.
Yeah, that's Arlene Sorkin. I know. I know that
Hate that
actress
I
very
hate
well.
that
That voice
she
actress,
is passed
voiceover
away.
actress. Yeah, rest in peace, right, Arlene. Yeah. Just
And
catching up here, Jay.
God,
Just a
that
moment, my brother.
Batman actor was great.
Kevin
That
Conroy.
voice,
Yes,
yes.
he passed too. Yeah,
We got to see him in the Supergirl Crisis on Infinite Earths with him playing Bruce Wayne.
he did. Yes,
Oh
that was
God, I
great.
loved it.
Well, he can do him. So he did him so well. I mean, on the animated series, and they did animated movies from that too. Mask of the
Oh,
Phantasm.
I
All
loved
those
that
other
movie.
ones. Yeah, good stuff. Eric says the Ten Commandments. Yes, I did mention that. And yeah, Peter O'Toole was in Supergirl also. Yes, he was, right along with Faye Dunaway. Good call, Kronos. And
If I
Ted Clubberlane says I was Ewok for Halloween in the 90s. Oh, you were? Okay. And Kronos says cheers. And Sashi says, when the DVD stores were going out of business over her, a lot of the old movies were sold really cheap.
yeah,
Yeah, they were. And Aravic says, were you Wicked Ted? Wicked Ted? DVD killed the Blu-ray stars.
that must have
DVD
been
killed
a
the
quote from some
Blu-ray
kind of show.
stars. No, did you hear how I was saying it? It was like video killed the
Yeah,
radio star. I said
yeah,
DVD killed the Blu-ray stars.
yeah, no.
I know, because then Cronus is going to say, see needs. Yeah. And Cronus said Soup's gal was hot. Yeah, she didn't
Not
look
as
too bad for
hot.
Supergirl.
Not as hot as Power Girl. We gotta have a live action Power Girl.
Hmm. No. You know what we need to have is live action Powderpuff Girls.
No,
Yes, we do.
I hated Powerpuff Girls.
No. You got to have them. Come on.
No,
You done it for you did it for Barbie, for Christ's sake. Come on.
no, I
Throw out
didn't.
Powerpuff Girls.
I hated Barbie too. I didn't watch Barbie.
Well, I didn't either, but I'm just saying, give some equal representation to Powerpuff Girls. Or maybe
Well,
do it for the Cowardly Dog. Maybe do a live
they
action
can do it,
Cowardly
but I
Dog
ain't
movie.
gonna watch it. Now,
Hey Jay?
I liked Cowardly, and I liked Johnny Bravo.
Yeah. And Chrono says to you, hey Jay, say eat. Say eat. And hello to Jay from Arabic. And back when
Hello.
Saturday Night Live was good, right? And
Yeah.
who's better than Mech? Kronos. And Sashi says, all right, I have to get ready for work. See you guys. Well, see you, Sashi, our future time traveler. Hope
Well,
everything goes well for you
I
and your
didn't mean
family.
to throw Sashi out.
No, so Sashi's fine. He has to work. He's 12 hours ahead of us, Jay.
Well, thank God I didn't say he or she because I didn't know if it was a he or she. I was trying to say
No, it's
she,
a
and I
him.
said no. I better just say her name.
No. Sachi is a him. It is a him. Uh, Chrono says, squirrel! Yeah, Jay has
Squirrel.
holy water from lemon pie.
I
I
can
don't know
get
who he
some.
is. I don't know who he is, Kronos. I know he's evil. What a jerk.
Okay, I can explain who the Antichrist is.
Okay,
Look in Revelation; it tells you where he comes from.
right.
He comes from Greece.
Oh, Greece.
Yes, and he is going to be
Okay, so Dan.
extremely handsome, and he's going to be extremely smart because, of course, Lucifer, the great Satan, he
Mm,
is smart, but he uses the Bible incorrectly. He puts his own words in with the Bible verses. He
mm,
edits it.
right,
And it says at the end of Revelation, it says, anyone who adds or subtracts any words out of this Bible, out of these words,
right,
will face all all the plagues in this Bible,
right. Exactly. I
which
agree.
means you'll go to hell.
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
Yeah.
by the way, Jay, please let me catch up, okay? I'm trying to catch up a little bit. Chrono says, oh, I know, Lemon Pie says, actually, I need to get some back into house. Okay.
The holy
Chrono
water.
says, I'm not supernatural. Yeah, probably holy water. Um, Arabic says, hey, Mikey, which Hard Rock Cafe is that t-shirt from? This, sir, is from the Toronto, Ontario downtown location. Suzanne was blessed to bring me down there, and we got to hang out at the Hard Rock Cafe, and that's where it's from. It's from Toronto's location. So now I can add it to my bucket list that I've already seen Toronto, Canada's
I
Hard
got
Rock
to
Cafe.
I gotta find a way to mail you something because I need to get you a Conway Twitty shirt.
You do. Or a Conway
Yeah.
Twitty. No. You know what? Give me a Conway Twitty hat. Get me a
They
hat.
don't have a hat.
Oh, dang
They
it.
have they have shirts and mugs.
Oh, all right, then get me a mug.
You're
Get me a mug,
afraid to
brother. Or if you
you're
want to
afraid to
or
have
if you
him
want to
on
send
your
me a
shirt.
T-shirt, I'll take a T-shirt. I don't mind T-shirt or mug.
I
Don't forget,
found guess what I found at Walmart yesterday
you found your thrill
for
on Blueberry Hill.
for $18
What'd you find?
a coffee cup, and it had
Ooh.
the handle is the Delta
Oh,
of
nice.
Star Trek, and it's
Oh, cool.
yellow, and it has Captain Kirk's captain stripe from the original series.
Oh, nice.
And
That sounds cool.
inside is a black, um, the middle of the captain's delta. It has that black star for command. It has
Yeah.
that inside the cup.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Tell
And
my co-wife I said I'm sorry I woke her up.
oh no, she's been awake. No, she's been awake. She waved earlier and she says hello to you, Jay.
Hello, darling.
Hello. How are you?
I've been better.
Oh, well, hope you
And
feel better soon.
my back. I just get my back straightened out, and my back throws out again.
It threw out again? So then you need to
Yes,
bring Renee back to put your back straight again.
I think she's the reason why it went out.
Oh, she's the reason it went out? Oh, no, no, no. Don't blame your girlfriend. Come on. That's not right. That's not right. I'm sorry. I'm kidding with you,
Well,
brother. You know that. I
it's
love you.
it's her
I'm kidding.
fault,
Oh,
and
right.
she's doing everything she can to make it up to me. And I'm going like, you don't have to do it. It's just. How do I say this cleanly on YouTube?
How do you say
It
things cleanly on YouTube?
it's the way you do business. Yeah.
It's the way you have fun.
So Jay, so you're saying you're crooked all the time? So should we trust you, or not trust you then since you're crooked?
Everybody trusts the J man.
They
I'm,
trust
jo-
it,
I'm,
Jay,
jo-
man.
I'm joking,
If
Jay. I'm joking.
everybody in the world would listen to Jay, there'd be no wars, there'd be no famine, there'd be nothing. It would be peace on earth if they just listened to Jay. Jay is never wrong. I keep telling people this. They don't listen.
Well, you know who really doesn't listen to you is Professor Brainy Specs. He doesn't listen.
I know because he just doesn't get it. He
I get it.
doesn't want to listen. But
I get it.
I do not talk unless I know 100% what I'm talking about is right.
Right. All right, guys. Oh, and welcome back, by the way, Sif Dan. I saw your note. So, yeah, welcome back, sir. Appreciate you coming back.
You're welcome, Mikey.
Welcome
But
back. Welcome back.
yeah, thank you, Jay. But just for a little while, I'm gonna be I'm muting on and off since I'm having dinner right now.
Okay. Yeah, no, no. Go ahead and if you need to eat, please. Just
Eat
want I want to
it,
catch
eat
up.
it, shove it in your mouth and eat it.
No, shove it in your mouth and feed it. Have some more dinner, have some more lunch.
Have some more
If you want
pie.
bananas, you get a bunch. Eat a whole bunch. Yeah, something like that. I don't know,
Oh,
man. It's Weird Al. Who can remember everything he ever sang?
well,
It was funny as hell. It really was.
yes, it
Uh,
was.
that's yeah. Let's catch up, please, guys. Chronos says God is funny. Well, he is always funny because he works in mysterious ways and he makes you laugh. And even when you pray for something, you may not get exactly what you asked for, but you will get it. You'll just get it in a different way that you least expect it. So yeah, I do laugh, and I'm glad that God is a humorist. He's the ultimate humorist.
The Holy
Yeah, God
Spirit
makes
has
me laugh.
had me laughing for years.
Oh yes, he's had me laughing for years. Jesus is pretty good sidekick too.
He's the
Chrono says
major.
Conroy.
He's the
Yep, Kevin
major
Conroy.
attraction.
Yeah. Arabic says, would you consider Clash of the Titans an epic? Yes. Yes, I would. Yes. Because it came
Never
out
seen
before
it.
Star Wars and you had all the miniatures, Ray Harryhausen. Yeah, good stuff.
Is that
Cronus says,
with Harry what's his name from LA
Harry
Law?
Hamlin. Yes, Harry
Okay, yeah, I
Hamlin.
saw it then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's totally awesome. Yeah. LOL seat. Yeah, that's what Cronus says. Lemon says, I bet you can't guess what I just drank. Now, what did you just
Lemonade
drink? No, he says watermelon juice.
and watermelon wine.
And yeah, Aravic gave it a good idea there. Live action Dexter's Lab. Yes. Yes. I love Dexter's Lab.
They
That's
were
that's a
talking
great
about that
cartoon.
about 10 years ago, 5 or 10 years ago.
But they
They
never
were.
did it, right? Yeah,
No.
yeah. Oh, Kronos, see, he never saw the Barbie movie either. So screw that, Kronos says. I'm a fan of Coward too. Yeah, Noel Coward. Yeah, he's good. Rest in peace, Sashi. Oh, well, he's not dying. Sashi just went to work. Uh, must be a hobbit, Chrono says. I have trust issues. Arabic says, very cool. I would like to visit there one day. Yeah, Malaysia. It would be a nice country to visit.
Nope.
It's still satisfying. Conway Twitty, yeah, Chrono says. Star
The
Trek.
greatest singer of all time. And I had somebody tell me the other day, no, he's not. I said, excuse me? Excuse me?
Excuse
I
me?
hate to tell you, if somebody who has more number one hits than anybody on the frickin' planet
Yeah,
ever,
yeah.
then he's got to have been the greatest singer of all time. Numbnuts.
Debate.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started with blasphemy.
Hello,
Blasphemy.
darling.
well,
Blasphemy.
Hello, darling.
is there a Conway Twitty had deep pockets to bribe the record dealers to let him have number one spots?
Huh? What?
Did Dan was asking you? Did any of his subjects have to bribe people to prove that Conway Twitty was number one? You know, like Elvis, like those other people that actually existed
He
along with
never had
Twitty.
to bribe anything, son. The
Well, there you
women
go.
got the subject matter and bought his records and had the
Oh
radio
my!
DJs
Stop
play
it!
his songs.
He's trying to pull the stuff off.
He never
Uh,
had to bribe nobody.
well, there
The
you go.
women got the subject matter.
All right, guys. Well, come on, let's catch up. So Kronos says, "Hey, misters," and Arabic says, "Star Trek, Kronos," and it's been a long road. Hey, you know what? I'm going to say one thing about that song. Now, this Russell guy, I forgot his last name, he did an okay job, but I've seen it performed live by none other than Rod Stewart himself, and he did it 100 times better, Kronos. So, just saying. God gave me a sense of humor. Well, he gave us all a sense of humor, my friend. That's why we're all laughing outrageously like we are right now. It's Jerry's way or no way, Arabic. I don't know about that, Arabic. Amen, Kronos. Kind of like Janeway. I love Voyager. Well, I like Voyager too, but
Oh,
justice for
Janeway
Tuvix.
the murderer.
That's what I said. Justice for Tuvix.
Yep.
Because Specs says Janeway did nothing wrong. Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry. Last time I checked, she
uh
wiped out an entire race of Borg.
that you destroyed an entire brand new species. Uh
8472. Yes.
no, eight
Yes.
four seven two is still alive. They're
Right.
in their realm.
Are you talking about the
But
Okampa?
Tuvix
Yeah,
was a whole new species, and you wiped them out.
you did.
That
Yes.
is something Tuvok, if he's a true Starfleet officer, he would have gladly taken his life to protect a species.
To
As a
protect
matter of
it. I
fact,
agree.
it's General Order number 1 that a captain, crew, and ship will give their life before taking a life.
Right.
Species are violating the Prime Directive.
I agree. And Erevik, like you said, he loved Voyager. Kronos said Janeway was so wrong. Weird Al,
Yep.
Kronos, yeah. I like Enterprise. And
What's Enterprise?
DS9. Well, Enterprise, Scott Bakula, who played Captain Archer. That Enterprise.
Oh, the show that ended the entire franchise,
Well, the one
killed
that
it.
ended at the end of the franchises.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
the one
killed
that
it.
Stephen Mulvey, our friend Stephen from New Zealand says is non-canon. I'm
That's
sorry,
right.
Steve, but it is canon to me, so push.
Anything that destroyed the greatest franchise ever
Pinfold,
of
push.
all them, you know, of all
Yeah,
TV
yeah,
series, the
yeah,
greatest franchise ever.
yeah.
Yeah, it is non-canon.
Yeah. Lemon says, I'd imagine he gets every reference. Oh, yeah, God, of course. Medusa was scary as F in that. Yeah, Medusa.
Yep, yep.
Kronos said the dude from Transformers is still a thing. I guess so.
Oh,
Sachi is
what?
indeed. No, Kronos. My bad. Your point being, not an Elvis
Oh,
fan.
oh,
See
oh,
me.
oh, oh. We are getting a movie, Transformers movie that has no humans.
Yeah,
I don't care if
Transformers
it's
1.
cartoon. I don't care
Yeah.
if it sucks. I am so glad that we have a Transformers movie finally that has no frickin' humans.
Well, then you go see Transformers 1. It didn't look appealing
I
to me.
am. I am. It's going to be great.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and Mikey, and do not be suspected if Jay becomes transformed after seeing the movie.
Well,
Oh,
what if
son, I loved Transformers. What was it called? The last one? Not Beast Wars, but Beast Machines. I am transformed. I loved that show. Loved it.
right?
I got the series.
And Janeway can't sing, apparently, from Kronos. And Kronos says, isn't Janeway a salamander? Well, I thought she and Tom Paris were, and they were left on that planet, but it's been a
That
long
was
time
the
since I've
most
seen that episode.
stupidest episode
Threshold, yeah.
ever.
Arabic said one specimen doesn't count as a whole species.
It does.
Kronos says,
It does.
football! And Lemon Pie says, whoa, how did Enterprise destroy Star Trek? And Kronos
Uh
says, someone didn't see Picard? Well, I saw Picard,
it
just the
in
last two episodes of season 3.
they did shut down the entire operation of Star Trek for what was it, Mikey? 8, 9 years. They
Yeah,
sold every prop. They sold every uniform,
mm-hmm,
costumes,
yeah,
everything that
yeah.
had anything to do with Star Trek. They sold it at auction.
Hold it all
Destroyed
up.
the franchise. Yes,
Yeah,
sir. It did.
they did. And Arabic says, and unfortunately, Tuvix still lives within both Tuvok and Neelix. Yes, he does.
No, it does. No, no, because she targeted the flower that was in the specimen that made Tuvix, and it just evaporated. It's in the pattern buffer, and she erased the pattern buffer because the they always clean the pattern buffers every so often. But she
Right.
separated the alien flower and separated both Tuvok and Neelix. So yeah, the flower is gone. She killed it. She killed the
Okay.
specimen.
Okay, Jay. Yeah, and Kronos says there was humans in Transformers the movie. Yeah, well, the
Yes, and
original
I hated it.
Transformers movie. Well, I hated it for another reason. I couldn't stand Megan Fox. So,
No, he's talking
sorry.
about 1986 Transformers the movie,
Oh,
Spike
the
and Daniel.
1986 one.
I didn't like
Okay,
Spike, Daniel, or a spark plug. I just wanted to see Transformers.
right. And Lemon Pie does say Enterprise is better than TNG.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Well, then you got to go fight with Sir Lemon.
Actually, I did like season 4 because it showed us how the Klingons got their riches.
Right. And
That's the
Cronus is
only thing I
laughing.
liked about it.
Yeah. And Lemon Pie says, "Hey, baby, I'm like a salamander. Hee hee hee." And the voice of Butthead, "I'm like a salamander." Yeah, exactly.
What's that?
Well,
My polio.
Jay,
What's that thing about the toilet paper
Oh, he
gag
says,
of that?
"I polio. TP for my
I,
bunghole."
yeah,
um,
TP from a bunghole. Yeah.
Right.
Jay, it's probably been a long time since you've seen Enterprise, but in that episode where the Klingons had riches, they sort of explain why the Klingons don't have riches for a few generations because of that virus. I think you have it backwards.
No, they just came up with that in DS9,
Right.
and Enterprise shows what Worf was talking about because he didn't say it was a virus or anything. He said we don't speak to about it with
Humans.
outsiders.
We don't speak to outsiders about it. Right. About the growth.
Right.
Right.
And Kronos,
Star Trek.
yes, Star Trek was shut down.
It
Yes,
was.
sir.
Yeah.
After
Oh
the
no.
last episode of Enterprise, they shut all Star Trek down. There was no
Yeah.
movies,
I
no
know.
TV shows, and they
Right.
sold all the property,
Right.
all the
And
props and costumes, everything.
the costumes were sold at auction by Sotheby's and stuff.
Paramount sold it.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Paravic sold it to like Lloyd's of London, Sotheby's,
Yes,
all of these
yes,
major auction houses. I
yes,
remember that. I remembered
yes.
everything that was sold off. So yeah,
I
that's who sold
saw
it
the
mostly.
live
Are they?
auction on TV.
Yeah. Corona says I could be a Ferengi. Uma. Okay.
All
Oh
them
yeah,
people that worked for Star
humans.
Trek was fired, was let go,
Yeah.
laid off.
Right. Yeah. Jay, please, just a moment. Okay. Please, brother. Yeah, it was a Ferengi time traveler that auctioned off Trek. Well, you never know.
No, it wasn't.
LOL. Klingons got riches by eating too many Ruffles. Oh, Ruffles chips. Okay. Can Ferengi drink? Last I checked, yeah, Quark runs a bar. I think he can drink. Kronos says, cheats.
Uh,
Uh,
They drink
Arabic said I liked.
Sluggo Cola.
Yeah, Sluggo Gola. Arabic said I liked season 4 because it showed us the origins of the augment virus. Yeah. And Cronus says, "Oh sheet, cheers."
Now
Oh sheep dip.
there was nothing
And
about a
Cronus,
virus with Khan. It
yeah.
was
And Cronus
genetic.
says, "I would like 7 of Nine's underwear." Uh you're weird, Cronus. And I don't think Jerry Ryan will let you borrow that.
No, they
She got to
did
keep
not
all her
make new
wardrobe.
shows after Enterprise.
Well, no, good
The,
shows after Enterprise.
they sold everything and
I
started anew with Star Trek 2009, and that's when I think it
we
was
we
that
we don't talk about
that
disco.
I know
We don't
that, but
talk
I'm
about
trying
that.
to explain to Lemon that
Oh, lemon.
yes,
Okay.
Enterprise destroyed it.
Yes.
The ratings were bad, and they said let's just shut it down.
Right.
And it was also due to the fact that they wanted all that destroyed, stopped, so they could do movies, and they had to a new, what do you call it, Mikey, when you want to reboot? They wanted to reboot it,
Reboot. Yes.
and none of the original people that loved Star Trek, the real Trekkies, never wanted a reboot.
Yeah. Well, Lemon says, well, they made shows after Enterprise. How they turn out, you did just tell him. Sluggo. Oh, by the way, Vixander, his name is Akiva Goldsman. He was the one executive that hated Star Trek. Yeah.
No, it wasn't an executive. It was the president of CBS, Jay Moonves, that
Oh,
hated Star Trek.
Moonves. Right, right. I know, Jay. It was that
But
one executive hated.
he was going by orders
Sure, she would.
of what's her name, that Ronstone or whatever her name is,
I'm
that
not.
she just sold Paramount to Skydance.
I'm not sure.
Something
I've been really
Redstone.
keeping up with that. Lemon can tell you. Yeah, Disco and Picard. Yeah.
Oh, couldn't
Also
stand
Das Boot.
any of the new
Das
Trek.
Boot. And Lemon says that isn't a commentary on the quality of the show if bad decisions were made after it ended. Well, yeah, I don't think it's a
Yeah, it
commentary,
is.
but it's a bad precedent. It's a bad precedent to set after
Uh,
Enterprise. I mean, it's
let's
bad.
say it like this, Lemon. The first
Let's
Star
do this.
Trek movie after Enterprise,
I
Star
don't
Trek
care.
2009, it did phenomenal, over $1 billion, because everybody wanted to see what
One of
is
those
this? What
Star
is
Wars
it? All right, the second one didn't do as good, and the third one sure as heck didn't do as good. And
people.
nothing of the series has been any good.
Right.
Now,
Now,
yeah, there
now,
are
Brother
people
Jay.
that like no, there are people, I give them credit. I give credit where credit's due. There are
Mhm.
some people that like Discovery and Picard and Strange New Worlds and Lower
Lower
Decks
Deck
and what's and
and
Prodigy,
Prodigy and
but I
Short
say
Tracks.
they are not true Star Trek fans, or you would hate them, because
um,
that is not Star Trek. They don't
right.
they don't even go with Gene Roddenberry's vision. They make
Okay.
it up as they go. It's a
Right.
total reboot. And if they would just say this is a reboot, then okay. But until they do,
Right.
we true trekkers do not like it.
I agree. I agree. Let me sift in. Do you want to comment a little on
But
this? You haven't
if
really
Lemon
spoken much
likes it,
since I've been back.
if Lemon likes it, hell Lemon.
Yeah.
To
Sift in. Go ahead.
to which questions, to which ones to respond to?
To well, how do you want to come into this? Well, okay, let me tell you what I feel. Okay, when I saw Enterprise, back in 2001 to 2005, when I saw that whole series, right? That's about, I think, the time frame it covered. I
Yep.
liked him. I liked him. I love Scott Bakula. I thought he made a great Archer. I thought Jolene Blaylock did a really decent to Paul. That she was very good. Grace Park, of course, did a great Hoshi Sato. The guy that played Malcolm Reed was decent. The guy that played Trip, Connor Trenier, he did a good job. I was fine with the whole cast. I had no problems. Yet Jeffrey Combs that came back as Shran. I mean, there was so much good in most of the episodes. The one with the Borg, how it all cycled back from what happened at first contact, were the ones when they blew up the sphere and a few of them landed in Antarctica and they brought them and they flew out. That's like and got away from the Enterprise or got killed before they sent out their beacon to their cousins over in the Delta Quadrant. That was fantastic. I love that storyline. And the two-part In a Mirror Darkly, part one and two, awesome. That was totally awesome. I mean, I love that. I love that. That was perfect.
Mirror
Because I
Darkly,
love Mirror
yes,
Universe
because
episodes.
it was the very first. It shows the kind of like the how the what do they call it? The Empire.
Yeah,
The
the Terran
Empire
Empire, the
began.
Terran
Yeah,
Empire.
At the
Terran
Terran
Empire
Empire.
began.
Right, how it began, right. and it was great. Um, okay, let me catch up here one more time, and then Dan, I want to hear some of your comments 'cause I haven't really, I mean, when do you think Star Trek lost their way? Just let me know. But I'm gonna go as fast as I can. So, Arabic said, "What a loser! He's probably one of those Star Wars people." Arabic, be nice. I'm just kidding. Arabic says that, yeah, hello. Just kidding, Emperor. Star Wars has a place in my cold, dark heart. Well, I hope so. Lemon says, do you have issues with the content of Enterprise or just the fact that things went downhill afterwards? Well, Lemon does say, I don't
Both.
like Discovery or Picard. It's not in the same bag with Enterprise at all. I agree. Enterprise was the last decent show. I totally agree. And Arabic says, do you like Lower Decks Prodigy or Strange New Worlds, Lemon Pie? And Lemon says, Arabic, haven't seen them, so I don't know. I'm not defending New Trek. And Arabic says, I bet you guys can't wait for Academy and the Section 31 movie.
Oh
LOL.
yay! We're overjoyed. We're overjoyed to wait for it. We're overjoyed.
Don't make us throw up. Yeah, don't make us throw up on air. Okay, Arabic. Although
And
I'm curious how Michelle Eo is going to do Section 31. I don't know. I like Michelle Eo as an actress. I really do. She made a big mistake when she was on Disco. I loved her in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I loved her in the Bond film Tomorrow Never Dies as Bond's foil. I loved her, as the sidekick. I loved her in those things, but and even Hero. But I mean, come on. I mean, did she just even the Mummy, even the third Mummy with Jet Li. But yeah,
I
I mean,
love
just
that movie that she got the Academy Award recently.
oh, that's one. Yeah, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Yeah. Oh, she was good in that. Yeah, she was. I agree. Let's see. And then Lemon said that would be like hating Return of the Jedi because the sequels came after. Oh, I don't hate Return of the Jedi, Sir Lemon.
I love here's something that may end Lemon. He may want to slit his throat. Uh, I'm probably one of the very few people that love the prequels of Star Wars more than I do Star Wars.
Oh, wow, that's interesting. What about you, Dan? Do you like the prequels or do you like the original three before them or after them, I should say?
My viewpoint on the prequels are mixed. Uh,
Hmm.
the the most boring one out of those three is Attack of the Clones, because of the love scenes in that movie. They grind the movie to a dead halt. They make the movie feel like it's 4 hours long instead of 2 hours long, roughly.
Well, you have to have it because Luke and
Well, no, no,
Leia.
no. He does,
How do you explain Luke and
brother.
Leia's birth if they
Well,
don't have the love
brother,
scene?
brother Jay, no, no, I agree with you. Okay, I agree with you on that point. And Dan also makes a good point. Here's how I
Yeah,
would have
no.
gone about it. Yeah, no, no. Here's how I would have gone about it. I would have hidden I would have kept some of their scenes where they talked to each other, did a thing, but I would have limited that dialogue. Okay. And if they're going to do the bum chicka wow wow, just put it in a dark screen or just leave it off somewhere. Then we know, yeah, they made love and then they're going to create babies. So, they could have just hid that away, done something, you know. I mean, they
Well,
even did show her pregnant, right? In the third
They
one, when
didn't.
they came back
They
from the
did.
battle.
Well, they didn't show them hiding the sausage. So,
Well, you know what? You know what? That's Jay. That's why I really liked the Jendy Tartakovsky
hmm
Clone Wars because in that Clone Wars, in that animated movie, they were establishing their relationship. Okay. From the very ending, like I said, it goes from the very ending of episode 2, Attack of the Clones, covers
hmm
the whole entire period, most of the Clone Wars. During that time, uh, Anakin and Padme are
love
consummating their
that cartoon.
relationship. Yes,
Yes.
I love it too. And they're consummating their relationship over that period of time. And then when they got there, it made sense because when he
Mm-hmm.
saved the Emperor with Obi-Wan of the Battle of Coruscant, she's
Gilly.
standing there with the bump, and she's saying, "I'm pregnant," and yeah, well, obviously you're pregnant. You got this big, huge bump, and he just ran into
Well,
you after he saved the
how
Emperor,
how
and
did you
you know,
get pregnant, Miss Padme? It's immaculate conception.
oh no, it wasn't immaculate. It was midichlorians. The midichlorians. That's what Suzanne agreed with me
well, the
during
only
during the animated section.
well,
I'm
the only
sorry. Go
beef,
ahead, Dan.
the only beef I have with that movie is that the love scenes make the movie grind to a dead halt. They do, but if it was done better paced in those scenes, I mean, like just have the both the scenes leading up to it be paced correctly, and then afterwards be paced correctly, because then
Hmm.
and we're not grounding the film to a dead halt in those scenes. I mean,
Yeah,
you have to establish their love story and their relationship, but make sure you do it right where it doesn't grind the movie to a dead halt, basically, for those scenes.
right. Like I said, it would have been better if you had limited those scenes, like on the hill thing. You don't need that. You don't need that hill thing where he falls off the creature and pretends he's
It
dead, and then
shows how
Chewbacca
they
goes there.
fell in
You don't
love.
need that. No, 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 no. Here's the thing. I would have gone. I would have gone the living room type setting scene with the fireplace and all that stuff. That's fine. I would have kept that. The one where he says sand gets everywhere, gets coarse, I would have kept that. But I would have limited the time frame, as Dan said, because it did in a way bring everything to a halt. So you could have limited those
Not
two
me.
scenes.
I
But the
loved
one
every bit of it.
Okay, well then that's you, brother. I'm just saying that
Hmm.
I would have taken that hill scene out. I would have. I would have threw that on the cutting room floor instantly. Deleted scene. You don't need this thing. You don't need
And
that.
if you did and watched it, it wouldn't make sense, I think.
No, I thought it did make perfect sense without it. But again, that's just me. But I would have taken the scene out. That's just me. But I
Yeah,
mean,
I would go with Mikey on this one. The hill scene was actually pointless. It was totally pointless because there was no mention
yeah,
of it after the movie or after that scene. There was no mention of it at all, so it was
right,
pointless.
right, yeah. But now here's another thing you could have done too. If you do limit those other two scenes I mentioned, the one in the patio thing overlooking the lake and the other one where they're in the living room. Now, if they had a scene part in there where they have the conversation, say, well, we could hide this and whatever. The two of them could hold hands, go off into the dark, and then of course we know what's next. So I mean, they could have done that. They could have just kind of went to that part. A lot of less talking, right? A little more comfort, just caressing each other, whatever, and then they go and do their thing. So that's it. And then everybody knows what's going to happen. So
Yeah,
that's a no-brainer. It
yeah,
just go into
and
the dark and they're done. So
That's
yeah,
like editing Sleepless in Seattle. You don't know how they came together if you eliminate it.
yeah.
well,
Well,
and
possibly.
I do have to say this: the dialogue, true, in those scenes too, was very wooden and forced. It,
Mhm.
it was. I
It
mean, like,
seemed like it, didn't it?
it's like you're my very soul. It's like, shut up, show it. Don't tell us, you idiots.
Right. Well,
I'd
okay.
say that George Lucas is a romantic, and it shows.
Did it seem like romantic, Jay, or did it just seem forced? Their
Renee
dialogue.
loves those scenes. I mean, we were watching it just a couple of weeks
Okay.
ago, and she just came closer to me, and she just snuggled next to me, and I'm going like, "Thank you,
Aww.
George Lucas."
And Suzanne says, "Aw,
You said, how cute.
how cute."
You said,
Yes, thank you, George. Love you, dude.
Oh man.
All right, and all
Okay,
right.
let's catch up. Yeah, a little bit. So, and we have Anchorman. Anchorman is back. Hello, Anchorman.
Hello.
Welcome back, sir.
Hello,
How you doing?
Anchorman.
I'm okay.
And Anchorman, you know Sivdan. Do you know my friend here, Brother Jay from Louisiana?
Was I on a stream with him?
No, you weren't.
No.
This Jay had come in after you had left, sir. I know you had to leave for something, and then you came
Okay.
back. So,
Okay, I'm back.
oh, cool. Yeah, Anchorman's got that's Cleveland. Jay, you remember from Family Guy?
Mm-hmm.
That's when they made fun of Star Wars. That's Cleveland as
I
R2D2.
love Cleveland. Num 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 num.
All right,
Yeah, well,
and
you got a fan, Anchorman. You got a fan of your avatar there.
Thank you.
Yeah, totally.
I
Kev,
hated that they canceled the Cleveland show.
yeah, I was bummed out too. I really was. Uh, yeah, just a quick catch up here. So Lemon says I like the Star Wars prequels. He says I like the original Star Wars 2. The sequels are weak. Yeah, afterwards. Yeah, 7, 8, and 9 are pretty weak. They still have some redeeming value,
They
but
should burn them movies.
I still think they have a little redeeming value. I do, but yeah, well,
If you notice, all three of them movies is just a reboot, rematch
4, 5,
of
and
the.
6. 4, 5, and
Yes,
6.
thank you.
Yes. Yes. I agree. I
and that
agree.
and they
For a
had
new
no
generation.
plan for the sequel trilogy. But then again, the original trilogy sort of did not have its own plan laid out too as well. They were kind of winging it, but
Mhm.
but the prequel, I mean the sequels. I mean, I'm getting the names wrong, but the original trilogy kind of works together as a full trilogy because they were able to wing it just right to make it make sense between movies a little bit from what I see.
Yeah. And Lemon says I never heard of someone disliking a show because the decline came after it. He also says Anakin put his sand into her. Oh, oh. That is that like your lemonade squeezable that goes into women lemon? Uh sand. Oh, God. Lemon, I think we're corrupting you, or we may have already corrupted you ahead of time. He says, we don't need to see them go off in the dark. We get what happens when she gets pregnant. Well, yeah, but you don't see the bump on her until 3, right? The opening of 3 after they did the battle. So, it can lead to that. Lemon says, well, yeah, they have some cool things in it. There was potential with the actors in the sequels, but writing and lore were terrible. Yes, I totally agree there. They could have
All
done it
right,
better, could have changed it a little bit around, but yeah, didn't turn
all
out
right,
so
and
well.
Mikey.
The only new Star Wars I like is the Obi-Wan series, and the only thing I like of it is his last fight with Darth Vader.
You
Loved
mean
it.
Kenobi? You mean
Yeah,
Kenobi? Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and
Go ahead, Dan.
I will say this too to the question a few minutes ago. When did Star Trek die? Well, I would
2005.
I would say that well, it was not exactly dead, but it was on life support after the first two seasons of Enterprise. It was on.
No, it was not on life support. They shut down production. They tore down all the sets. They sold all everything that had to do with Star Trek. I mean, props, sets, like the consoles and stuff.
I'll give you
They sold costumes. They sold everything to do with Star Trek.
yeah. Jay,
Jay, I think you sort of mistook from my Steam. I said Star Trek was on life support in the first two seasons of Enterprise because I found them boring. The first two seasons of Enterprise, but then the last two I found them somewhat entertaining, and the fourth season was actually pretty good. But the first two seasons of Enterprise left a bad taste probably in a lot of people's mouths, and that drove Star Trek on life support. And then the final nail in the coffin was Into Darkness for me, because to me that's a ripoff of a Wrath of Khan, and Wrath of Khan is one of my favorite Star Trek movies, and JJ just ripped it off, ruined it.
Thank
yeah,
you.
with the well going total polar opposite, right? With Into Darkness, right? I agree. Okay, let me try to explain this towards the end. So when they did the final episode, which these are the voyages, okay, I knew there was a problem because all of a sudden you see Riker out of nowhere, and he's posing like he's a chef and all this other stuff, and you're like, okay, wait a second, now he's not supposed to be here. This is supposed to be about Starfleet coming together and
Mm-hmm.
creating the Federation and all this other thing with the different races and so forth. But you see him in there
Mm-hmm.
and you're like, okay, something's really wrong. And then, of course, you get to the end, and then all of a sudden, end program. I'm like, that had to have been that point in time that Jay is referring to. They just decided to get rid of all that stuff and just decided to make a badass, terrible, badass in a bad way, a terrible series finale for Enterprise.
No, they
Yes,
knew
they
they
did.
were being
Yes, they did.
they knew they were being canceled, and Rick
But that is
Berman
the
and
worst.
the other
But
guy,
Jay, but
they thought, well, let's celebrate Star Trek. Let's do a Valentine's Day kind of thing for Star
uh,
Trek fans. And now they look back at it and they say, what the hell were we thinking?
they weren't thinking. That's
Mm-mm.
why I said it, the only other series finale that I saw after that, which was worse, was
Hmm.
the serial killer series on Showtime, Dexter. When I saw the end of that, that was the worst. When I
How did
saw
it
the
end?
end of CSI, that was the worst. I mean, that was one of the worst.
What
So
Yeah.
about
From what I
trailer?
hear,
That's the worst.
the trailer, yes,
Jay,
exactly.
from what I hear from Dexter, the way in is that Dexter became a lumberjack. In other words,
Well,
in
he
Oh,
the
did. He
gosh.
audience.
became, yeah, Dan, he became a lumberjack and he was okay.
Mm-mm-mm.
Did you get that from the lumberjack
I
song?
got all my killing out. Now I'm better.
Ah, yeah. And now I get to chop trees and put down roots and go after women and in tight little boots
Hmm.
and drink all night, sleep all day, and yeah, I don't know where he was. Somewhere in Oregon, I think. Washington State. I don't give a shit. I didn't know where he was. I All I know is he went off somewhere in the Bermuda Triangle and ends up in the Pacific Northwest somewhere. I don't. And then they
I
continued from there. And then they continued from there, and I said, no, no, yeah, it's done. It's done. You killed your sister too. You killed the woman that hid your secret all that time.
I
Jesus.
I
Uh,
think the greatest TV series finale has
match.
to be has to
Match.
be the soap opera As the World Turns. They
Okay,
ended it.
I never saw that soap opera. I wasn't into it.
They they ended it the
Okay.
way they ended the first episode.
Mm,
They couldn't do it with Nancy, Bob Hughes's mother, because she was dead. Bob
right.
Hughes says the last line, and he turns around and says, "Good night," and turns out the light like she would, walks out of the office, and on the desk is a globe of the earth glowing and spinning as the world turns. It was great.
Okay. Uh, let's see. So did we? Oh yeah. So we ended off here. Yeah, where he said the writing lore. Levin did say I liked the flashback scene with Anakin during the Republic and Obi-Wan in the Obi-Wan series, Kenobi. Scott Bakula tore down the set. No, he didn't tear down the
No,
set. He didn't tear down the set. Ted says, I'm a teddy bear. Yes, you are. And Lemon Pie says, Ted, do you know who Clubber Lane is?
you
Yeah,
know,
that was played
I
by
think he
Mr.
was
T
a
in Rocky
bad
3.
I think he was a bad choice for captain because every time I hear him
Oh,
or
there it is.
see him in a show or movie, I see his character of Quantum Leap.
Yeah. Same here. Same here. Yes. No, but that's why, but Jay, like I said, that's why I really enjoyed seeing Scott Bakula make the transference from Quantum Leap to Enterprise. I really thought he did it well. And don't forget, the guy that played Al, his AI hologram, whatever, Dean Stockwell, ended up
No.
being in one of the episodes of Enterprise too.
You
So
know
I
how
thought
they should
that's
have. You
nice
know
of
how
him.
they should have ended Enterprise
How?
was him uh, on the bridge of the Enterprise, ending the mission, and he's walking down the ramp,
Yeah.
and he quantum leaps to another body.
Now, even Suzanne agreed with that. That would have been great. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would have been awesome. Yeah, it would have been funny as hell. Honestly, yeah, I agree. Yeah, Ted said his name is basically yeah, it's my last name and Mr. T character in Rocky 3. Okay, all right. And let's see. Well, when I see the captain in TNG, it reminds me of that character in Picard. Yeah, it does.
Well, yeah, because he was the captain of TNG. Duh.
He was the captain of TNG. Yeah. And of course in season 2, Q came back and messed with him. Damn it. Can't the continuum leave Picard alone? Come on.
Now,
Okay.
see,
He said we'll
with
still be watching you. No, he did, right? At the end he said all good things at the
yeah,
end of all good things, and he says,
yeah.
we'll still be watching you. I'm sorry, but that's it. Done. Okay. So the continuum's watching you. Big deal. Who cares? It's over. 7 years is
Uh,
over. It's done. You didn't have to bring
now
him back to Picard. I'm just saying that. You didn't have to bring him back.
when when I see
Yeah.
William Shatner in any thing he does, he's not
Mhm.
imitating Captain Kirk.
Yeah.
He did great as T.J. Hooker. He did awesome as Denny Crane. I mean, that dude was so good in in that show that they gave him an Emmy.
Right. In both, didn't they? Didn't he
But
get
with
an Emmy in
Scott
both Hooker?
Bakula,
TJ.
but with
Well, no
Scott,
one's.
but with Scott Bakula, every time he does a movie or a TV show, he sounds like whatever his character was in Quantum Leap. Doesn't he? Can't he change? Can't he? Uh, what's the
Ask
word?
him.
Connect with the new character?
Yeah, well, ask him next time you see him at a Comic Con if you get a chance.
No, I gotta stay away from that dude.
Yeah. Anchorman, you're still there, right, sir? I was going to go ahead and ask this of the panel. Um, I had already mentioned there was a few movies that my wife and I were going to see coming ahead in the future. So I'll start with you first, Anchorman. Is there any film trailers you've seen? Anything that looks appealing?
I want to see Joker 2 and Piece by Piece.
Okay. And why do you want to see Joker 2? Because I heard it's kind of got like a musical theme in it.
Oh God.
Uh, I enjoyed the first one, and I'd like to see where they do with the second one.
Where they go with it, right?
Yeah.
And what about what about the woman that's going to be playing Harley Quinn? What do you think about that?
I was a little surprised by the cast.
Hmm.
I'll see. I'm curious what they'll do with her, that version of Harley Quinn.
And what is Piece by Piece? Got to remind me again what that trailer is about.
It's
'Cause-
a Lego movie based off a singer. The guy is
yeah,
saying "I'm happy."
Piece
I
by
think it's
Piece.
based off. Yeah,
Okay,
it's like
alrighty.
it'd be. I think like a bunch of rappers are gonna be in it, but in
Oh,
like Lego
oh.
form.
Oh Lord.
Now, if it's a rapper, I can't see a film with a rapper in it.
It has like
I
Kendrick
tried that.
Lamar,
No, I
Snoop
did. No,
Dogg.
to be fair, I did try with 8 Mile. I did try with Eminem, but that didn't work for me.
It has I think it's about Pharrell Williams' life.
Pharrell Williams.
Yeah,
Oh, the guy that goes, "I'm so happy." That guy.
yeah, yeah. I think it's on his life or something.
Oh, that guy. Okay. Well, that sounds all right. All right, Reverend J or Brother J. Any of those future trailers, stand out to you? Anything you are curious
Nope.
to see? Nothing.
Nope. Not them.
Okay. Okay. No. Hey, I just there's a lot out there, but I just doesn't look appealing. Okay.
I
What
I
about you? Oh,
I'm gonna
sorry.
watch Transformers 1. I'm
Are you
gonna
gonna see
watch
Transformers One? Okay.
and
All
I'm
right.
gonna watch Wolf.
Wolf.
It's with George Clooney and Brad Pitt.
Oh yeah, I saw that Wolf. Yeah, isn't that sort of a remake or a reboot of the Wolfman or something?
No, 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 no. These are two assassins that have been hired to do the same job because
Oh,
somebody wants to kill them both.
Well, Mikey, on my calendar, if I may see Transformers 1 and Venom 3 went by other means once they get online to see it that way.
yeah,
But beyond that, I'm not really interested in any other movies, if at all.
yeah, yeah. Well, as I said, for us, I know that Suzanne and I do want to see Venom: The Last Dance. That looks really good with Tom Hardy reprising the role of Venom. It looks good. Um, The other one we'd like to see would be, well, we might go see Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. We've heard some good things about it, so I don't want to, I don't want anybody to spoil it for us. But that's a possibility for sure. Um, the other one I'd
He's
like to
dead.
see is Red One. Yeah, the other one I'd like to see is Red One because about Santa Claus being captured by Krampus, and you've got Chris Evans in it, you got Dwayne the Rock Johnson, and you got J.K. Simmons playing the big man Santa Claus. It looks great. I mean, the action and everything else looks fantastic.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I mean, that's our plan, at least those three movies. And Lemon Pie says Emperor Mikey has bestowed mercy. Will you carry his battle standards to the heart of Europa?
Nope.
Ah, you're funny. All right, Dan, thank you. Um, okay, so um, we'll wait till Dan gets back and I guess let's see, we're at the 2 hour mark. Uh, what do you think, gentlemen? Should we go down to the bottom here, another 17 or so minutes, get to the 2 hour 30 mark, or do you want to go a little bit longer? I leave it up to you guys, whatever you want to do.
Whatever
I'm
you
wide
want to do.
awake. Yeah,
Oh, and
yeah, go ahead. And
you need
I
help going to sleep?
your world in 2025.
oh yeah, and then we're gonna see Captain America: Brave New World in 2025 when that comes out. Yeah,
Oh Lord.
that was the other one that Suzanne was talking about. Yeah, thank you, babe. Yeah, I knew there was at least one more. No, gee, well,
If you're doing this to because you can't sleep, I've got a surefire way to get you to sleep.
what's that?
Uh, Suzanne, can you hear me, babe?
Yeah,
Okay. Go in the kitchen.
Okay.
Go get the biggest and deepest cast iron skillet and sneak up behind him and knock the living out of him.
sheep
He'll
dip.
go to sleep.
Or
He'll go to sleep. Or if you want to do it the hard way, give him about a half a bottle of NyQuil and he'll go to sleep for a while.
or a chocolate bar.
Chocolate bar. I need a chocolate bar. Oh, screw it.
Well,
Let's
you
have a slice of
put
that
some
cheesecake.
okay, melt some chocolate, a chocolate bar, and
A
add it to
chocolate cheesecake. Yeah,
NyQuil and stir it up and let him drink it.
I want to say the special strawberry. Oh, did I tell you, Jay? I told this to Dan before you came. But Suzanne got for both of us a really beautiful cheesecake with different flavored. It's a different flavored
Mm-hmm.
cheesecake, and she bought some strawberry topping to put on top of the cheesecake for my
Everybody's got to
birthday.
mess with the cheesecake. Just leave it plain.
Huh. We have plain cheesecake too. We have different types. We've got chocolate. We got
No, I
plain.
meant not for
We have
you,
strawberry
for me.
spicy. Oh,
I don't. I can never find plain cheesecake at a frickin' restaurant. Would you please don't destroy the cheesecake? Jeez.
right. Yeah, don't do that. Um, and
Now,
Anchorman, well, let me ask Anchorman, is there any particular dessert you like? Or is there one that you usually have for your birthday when it comes up?
Usually I have like Oreo ice cream. I always like the Oreo Blizzard from Dairy Queen.
Ooh, I love Oreo ice cream. Oh man. Yeah, yeah, I enjoy that. My favorite though is strawberry. I love strawberry ice cream. Plain strawberry ice cream. Just love it. Or I will take Neapolitan. I do like Neapolitan too. That's really good stuff.
I can
Uh
make
give
my
me
own
Rocky.
cheesecake.
Huh?
I can make my own cheesecake, but I wanted to be sneaky. I
Mm-hmm.
had decoy of a lemon cake and also cookies, and he ate them, and he didn't realize I had a cheesecake hiding for his birthday.
Good going, darling.
yeah, you go.
Uh,
That's what he's saying.
no,
Oh, lemon like
I have a
peanut butter
lady.
pie. Oh, that's a good one.
I
Yeah.
have a lady here, Mikey, at the Bond
Yeah.
House Apartments that wants to be cremated. And
Oh,
I said, well, how much does it cost to get cremated? And she said, a lot. I'm having to spend a lot of money every month to get it paid up. So when I die, they'll do it. I said, stop paying funeral homes. She said,
right.
why? I said, honey, am I your friend or not? Yes. I said, okay, let me know when you die. I'll go to Walmart. I'll get about 4 or 5 bags of charcoal. I'll put it out on the lawn. I'll put you on top of it. I'll pour a whole several gallons of kerosene and gasoline all over you and light you up like Birmingham for free. She just laughed.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
said, I'm
Dan was just
serious.
yeah.
But
No, Dan
no,
was just asking
speaking
me a
of
question.
your, oh, go ahead.
Oh no, 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 no. You go ahead. No, Dan was just asking me a question. I was trying to answer to it. But
Go
if we
ahead.
do, okay. Well, I just did. So you go ahead. I just answered him in the private chat.
You were asking people about what is your favorite dessert.
Yeah, favorite dessert. So go ahead and tell me, Jay.
I
What's yours?
do love cheesecake, but
Oh,
there is a dessert called 4-layer chocolate delight.
oh, don't tell me that. Don't do
You
that.
Suzanne,
Oh,
listen to me, honey. You crush up pecans and put it on the bottom, and you put flour or something. I'll have to send you the recipe, but it's
send her the
pecan
recipe.
crust. It's a pecan crust on the bottom, and it tastes like peanut butter. It tastes like peanut butter when you get through.
Yeah,
And then
yeah. See,
on top of it, you put
we just got
chocolate
lemon
pudding.
pie. Dang it, I'm getting sweet too. Dang it. Okay.
You put chocolate pudding on that crust. Then you put Cool Whip. Then you put chocolate again.
Cool whip.
Then another thing of Cool Whip.
Cool
It
whip.
is the best damn thing since sex.
Ooh. You mean
All
something
I
that sounds
need,
better than sex?
I only need a 4-layer chocolate delight and a hooker, and I'm fine.
You don't need a hooker. You have Renee. Come on.
I call her
You're
my
such a
hooker,
horn
so
dog. You're
I
such a
I
horn
ca-
dog.
I call her my hooker, so
Well, there you go. There you go, guys. Now take a look. This is strawberry topping all over cheesecake. This is only a part of my
You burnt the cheesecake.
dessert. Yeah, only a part. So when I'm done with this in 10 more minutes, I'm going to eat this thing. So then I got a drink too, so that's good.
I was going to say, if it takes you 10 minutes to eat a piece of cheesecake, you're doing it wrong.
Oh no, I'm not. No, I'm not. Uh, okay, so Dan, finish us out. What is your favorite dessert?
For me, it's just a good old fashioned piece of chocolate cake with vanilla frosting, and that is good.
Oh yeah,
Along,
that is pretty good.
yeah,
That is pretty good.
just along with some milk to go with it to wash it down with.
Gotta have milk,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I agree. Or you could go with cranberry juice. I found that helps too. Helps enhance the tanginess uh and a little bit of sour stuff with it.
Yeah.
If you get just straight cranberry juice without all the extra, added stuff. I've had cranberry juice with a kind of cake like that before. And if I
Before,
drink the milk, it's gonna be 1%
right?
milk. Yeah, or
Yeah.
skim.
Water milk. Yuck.
Well, I can only handle that, Jay.
Um,
I can't
Now,
handle 2% or
the
above.
three
I
of
I can't.
us, Sith, Dan, Mikey, Anchorman, um, if y'all have a Walmart where you can go to
We do.
in your area, go to the bakery aisle. They have these individual slices of cake. Get the yellow cake with the chocolate frosting. Oh my God. Ooh, it's so good.
Yeah, and Jay, and I bet you do like the pure milk that comes straight from the source, a cow. You just squeeze it, and then you get your glass of milk that way.
Yeah.
No, that's full force getting it from the cow. They have to do stuff to liquefy it to make it into 1%. Oh,
Uh,
that's so nasty.
hey, and Curtis Selby is back. Hi, Curtis Selby, our tired midnight blogger. He says howdy to Sifdan,
Howdy.
Anchorman, and Reverend Jay. And Lemon says I ain't got Jack for sweets in the house at the moment. And he says I usually eat peanut butter pie on my birthday. Oh, that's pretty good. Hey, Curtis, brother Curtis, if you're available for a couple minutes, maybe 10 minutes or so, the link is right there, pinned at the top of the chat. If you want to come on in and meet
Come on
everybody, and
down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Wrong.
yeah, it's available, Curtis. It's right up there at the top. Yeah, if you have time. Yeah, if you don't, that's fine. But we're gonna go at least 10 more minutes at least, and then we're gonna stop. So yeah, and I'm gonna go ahead and cover my cam. There we go.
Let me
So
ask Anchorman something. Anchorman. If you say Anchorman 3 times, do you turn into Ron Burgundy?
I don't think so. Be Brian Fantana.
I love that first movie. That was so good.
Uh-huh.
Especially them singing Afternoon Delight.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Mikey, how much longer are you going to give Curtis Shelby before you let us give our self promotions to wrap it up officially?
well, I'm not like Gorilla when he wants to wrap this up like a girl at prom night. I still have a
Hmm?
little bit of fun after the prom afterwards. Um, yeah, right. No, that's why I have covered up here. Lemon says Mikey covering the cam so Jim doesn't clip him eating. Yeah, I don't want that guy to clip me
Yeah, we
eating
don't want to
again.
see him eating that cheesecake.
That wonderful
He's doing
cheesecake with
he's
strawberry
doing
covering
something
on it.
nasty to that cheesecake.
Yes, if Dan, we're just gonna go just a couple more minutes. If Curtis wants to come up, like I said, he's more than welcome. We got the thing pinned up there. If he can't, I totally understand because we do have another stream coming up. On Friday we're doing the a very controversial film called Blink Twice with Channing Tatum in it. It's very, very controversial. So we're going to do that one for sure. So Curtis, if you want to come up, sir, you got a couple minutes. Come join us. We'll be
Well, if he's like
proud to
me, it
have you.
takes 5 minutes to get up there with all the buttons he has to push.
Exactly. Mm. This is fantastic.
Mm.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
giving us
I'm going
the
to make you guys just a
play-by-play.
bit. I'm going to make you guys just a bit jealous.
He's giving us the play-by-play.
Yeah, I am.
He slowly puts his fork or spoon right into the cheesecake and let it
right into it.
go right there. Then slowly put it up to his mouth. Then he goes
And
so
salivates
good
all
and
just the
delicious.
drool goes down his cheek and down his face, and all of a sudden the chocolate enters his mouth. He closes slightly and pulls slowly out the fork and just literally goes into heaven.
Oh, you sick boy, you.
Anybody hot?
Yeah, I am.
I think Suzanne was a little hot there. Damn you, Jay.
Yeah, that is food porn at its best.
Yeah, the cheesecake. The cheesecake can make us hot enough for both
I
of us.
have been known to I have been known to get foodgasms down there.
Yeah, foodgasm. Okay, so Sifdan has put up his channel. Anchorman, you're also, don't forget, you're a standard mod, so you can also post your own channel there, or if you want to, just ask Lemon, he'll post it for you as well. Jay knows he can post his own if he'd like.
I don't
Let's go
have
ahead
any
and
content on my channel, you know that.
I I know, Jay, but you're always welcome here. You know that we love you. You're our brother, so you're all our brothers here, and sisters, and the people that we love
From
out there
another mother.
from another mother. Yeah, there you go. All right, so let's go ahead and play a little bit of this daydreaming music as a background as we finish out our stream tonight.
Well,
So
that's what you
let's.
needed while you were eating your cheesecake on there. You needed to play that.
I will later on. I will play it. Okay, so let's go first to here. Let me bring it down a little bit. Sorry, I know if it sounds too
Hello,
loud.
baby.
Yeah, hello, baby. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. All right, so let's go
I've
first
got
to
what you
Anchorman. Yeah, let's
need.
start below me and go around. So Anchorman. My friend, brother, do you have anything you would like to promote? Any self-promotion for your channel?
Who, me?
No, I was asking Anchorman.
Oh,
I asked
hang
him
on.
first, but I think he dropped out. Oh, well, Anchorman, if you get back, love to hear about any promotion on your channel. Oh, there he is. Oh, okay. There we are. Hey, Anchorman, welcome back.
Hello.
Okay, so we got your channel. Yeah, so we got your channel listed there. Please, everyone, go to Anchorman's channel, as well as Sifdan's channel. They have great content on both channels there. All right. And let's see here. So, Anchorman, if you could go ahead and tell us anything you got planned in the future, any self-promotion for your channel.
I'm probably gonna review Beetlejuice 2. I'm one this weekend.
Okay, you're gonna do Beetlejuice this weekend?
I'm doing the first one actually.
Oh, just the first one. Okay, with Blue, right?
Oh no, I've already reviewed movie. I'm just waiting to upload it.
Oh, okay. But that'll be your next watch party, right? Or review, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Anything else after that?
probably continue my peak review starting with season 5 of the show.
Okay. Alrighty. And Lemon says I couldn't post links because I'm hunting for sweets in my cupboard. We got him, guys. he's gonna look for some graham crackers and probably try to throw some last minute Cool Whip on it. On it. Lemon has Curtis's Selby's a channel is up there as well. We call him the Tired Midnight Blogger. He works with Deleted Scenes. He works with Netter's Network. He works with Last Call with Troy Pacelli, amongst other people. And he has a very good channel there. Does some political content, but it's done in the right way. It's done to where it won't offend anyone, piss anyone off. It's just giving you some good, cold, hard facts that he finds in media and so on. So please check out his channel. And Ted, glad to have you on board. Yeah, thank you, Ted Clubberlang, for being here. I'm going to thank everybody at the end as we get closer to this.
Mr. McGee, don't piss me off. You wouldn't like me when you piss me off.
When I'm angry. Okay, Brother Jay, what is coming up for you? Anything in the future with
Probably
you
my lunch. No, I don't do any reviews or anything on my channel. I just use my YouTube channel to watch TV, and YouTube channel. I would like to.
I'm sorry.
I would like to promote something. There is a channel called Irving Zoo, and he is reviewing The Incredible Hulk.
Nice.
I think y'all would like it.
You know what? I have heard of Irving Zoo. I have. I actually subscribe to him. Yeah, I do.
He's actually reviewing the Japanese Spider-Man TV show.
Nice. Oh, did I tell you, Jay? I am now watching. I've downloaded and I'm watching the original, The Amazing Spider-Man with Nicholas Hammond for those 2 seasons.
Irving already did that one.
Well, but I want in next year. I want you and I to do it together as review stream. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So I'm watching it right now. I'm re-binging every episode of that. So
how are you getting that?
I found it online. I found it on YouTube. There's this one guy that's like showing every single episode. He's got it in his playlist. Oh no. Okay, what he did was I'm sorry, not a playlist. What he did is that he took all the episodes, ran them together, one right after the other. That's a 12-hour video that he shot of every single Amazing Spider-Man episode. Everything.
I like the one with ISIS.
Oh yeah, the one with Joanna Cameron. Yeah. Yes, that's coming up. That's the 2-parter.
And then Keiko O'Brien.
After the first pilot. Yeah. I'm watching that right now. Yeah. I love it. I love it. And
Dan, what you got on your channel coming up?
Yeah, go ahead and tell us, sir, while I clear out these last couple of chats. Go ahead, sir.
Well, I'm thinking about posting a somewhat music video, but I'm going to show you guys samples off the air to see on what you think of it. And
thank you, sir,
I usually do crossovers on my channel for different universes. I do have movie lists on there as well, among other things. I do my Transformers Prime TV show watch parties on Fridays at 8 p.m. Pacific time. I do my live streams on Saturdays between 2 and 4 p.m. Pacific time. And I try to upload a new video on YouTube every at the beginning of each week. And that's all I have to say about my channel. And I'll turn over to Mikey to give his, hopefully, a very brief outro.
I am giving a very brief outro just to cover the rest of this. Oh yeah, that's not a hint at all. Love you, Dan. Anyway, yeah, just to cover the rest of this week, tomorrow, of course, we're still doing our 2 episodes of The Greatest American Hero. Thursday, still doing the 2 episodes of The A-Team. Thursday night, I'm doing a special watch party of the movie Speed with Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock, and of course, the villain played by none other than Dennis Hopper. And that also, I believe, Gorilla wants to do. So Gorilla and I, Raquel, Moira, they'll all be there to do this watch party on Thursday night. Before that, there will be a nerd roundtable with Mr. Resolute Germ. So we hope to attend that before we go to the watch party. Friday will be the Waltons, of course. And then on Friday night, I will be coming on at 11:15 p.m. Eastern this coming Friday. It'll be about 15 minutes over because I need to research Blink Twice a little bit more besides just the IMDb, kind of read through it, see if anybody's done any, before this, any previous previews or reviews of it. I just want to see what they're saying, what we got out there. And then on Saturday, the only thing I'm doing on Saturday is
what are you reviewing Friday?
Friday, we're reviewing a movie called Blink Twice. It's a very controversial, graphic novel type movie. It has Channing Tatum.
I just didn't hear what you were reviewing.
No, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, Jay. It's a very controversial movie. Suzanne and I saw it recently. It has a disclaimer right at the very beginning of the movie. Not many movies do that anymore, so it was very, very interesting, to say the least. And very graphic. So there's going to be a lot of warnings ahead of time.
And that's Friday.
That's Friday. Saturday, I have a date to do a watch party with one of our friends, Charlotte Nightstar the Werewolf. She asked if I wanted a movie to watch in 2 parts for my birthday, and I came up with 9.5 Weeks with Mickey Rourke and Kim Basinger, which I hadn't seen in a very long time, but I really enjoyed it, and it's very good. And I wanted to see that. So there's 2 parts.
Stuff.
Yeah, it is, but suffice to say, I still like Mickey Rourke's performance in it, regardless.
Yeah, right.
But it's in 2 parts. Charlotte is going to run that at 4:05 p.m. Eastern time on Saturday afternoon. Part 1. She'll do part 2 on Sunday, my birthday, which is where I turn 59 this coming Sunday on the 22nd. And then she has it at 4:05. Stop it. Can you, Jay? Can you, Jay? Okay. And then finally, like I said, on Sunday, there will be a 12 noon straight up live stream to celebrate my 59th birthday. And then Gorilla has told me to please share this with everyone. He has a watch party going on Sunday night, late Sunday night, right around, I believe, 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 his time, Central. He's going to be doing Angels in the Outfield with Danny Glover. So that's going to be really fun to watch.
So that's on Sunday.
Yes. And I don't know if you knew this, Jay, but I don't play Jet Nerdy or AQOT anymore.
Well, they're not having ATQ anymore.
Oh, it's gone? It's fully gone?
They hadn't had it on for 2 months.
So it's gone. Conti basically said, F everybody, and that's it. Yeah,
well, no, I think it's because of his job.
Well, then his job said basically you have to work the job and forget about doing this thing on Sunday mornings or some shit. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Alrighty. Well, then that confirms my worst fears. So there we go. And last but not least, Curtis Selby says, "Happy birthday, MikeySuzeFour. In case I forget, pray I don't. You won't forget. I invite you to be there with us on Sunday afternoon. We'll get it'll be a special panel. We'll invite all the people we know, plus we will still go with subscribers only, and we will post the StreamYard at the top there. We can fit up to 10 people. We do have the basic plan we're going with here on StreamYard, so we are there.
I
Okay,
hope
so
there's
with that,
room.
oh, there'll be room. 10 people. That's enough room. And if we have anybody waiting in the back, we'll
That
just
sounds like a
wait.
clown car right there.
Mikey will eat a cake for each year. If I did that, Lemon, I'd be bursting like this out, and I'd be hitting the computer screen, and it would not be pleasant.
Mikey's birthday Sunday, Mikey's funeral Sunday night.
Now it's just
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Suzanne said she actually did. She just kind of subtly threw all these snacks at me.
Yeah.
Love
I
you.
made 4 dozen cookies. I made a lemon cake, and now the cheesecake.
And now the cheesecake. So
Are
you
you
see,
trying to kill our boy? I thought he was trying to lose weight.
Well, I kept putting decoys out in the fridge for his birthday, so he wouldn't know it's the cheesecake.
Yeah.
Next thing you know.
Yes, a lemon cake, lemon pie.
Mm.
And it was so good.
Disguise
all
the
frosting.
So
disguise all the sweets as salad, and he won't touch it.
So Sue, no apple pie too?
No apple pie.
I'm thinking about that in the next few days.
She is thinking about that in the next couple days.
Oh, dear God.
Thanks, Dan. You just gave her another excuse to make a awesome
Instead of
pie.
apple pie, do pecan pie.
I had a pecan. I already had pecan little pies
The other day.
the other day. Yeah.
Tarts. Yeah.
Yeah, they were called butter pecan tarts. Jay.
I make a great pecan pie.
Well, there you go. I gotta find a cake wife. I agree, sir. I agree.
My cakes and cookies and pies all without with sugar twin instead that plant one. That
Yeah.
sugar free thing.
Yeah, she uses the sugarless twin substitute, Jay, and she does not use eggs. She does not use eggs for that. So
Oh, sure.
it is
She's a sugar twin? Wow, there's 2
Sugar
of them?
twin.
Hot damn.
sugar twin. There you go. Yeah.
Guilt-free
Hot
cookies.
dang, there are 2 of them.
Alrighty. Okay, so yeah, and Lemon finally says here, Mikey, check your life insurance for changes. She's gonna take you out with all the cake and pie.
Oh, there goes my plan.
Ah,
God damn it!
I do.
It eats
I
fun.
do
Oh, Lemon,
I
you
do
excuse
remember Mikey saying that he got $1 million life insurance policy last month.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay, everybody, if this is the last time you see me, now you know why. This is it.
If Jay sees me in Louisiana,
Yeah, if she flies down to Louisiana and is knocking at your front door and I'm not there, Jay, run. Run.
Shoot, no, I'm gonna say hello, darling, and escort her to the bedroom.
Oh my God. Cookies, cakes, and pies? Oh, mine. Oh, all mine. Yeah, all mine. Exactly.
Well, Jay, tell me, would you first escort her to the kitchen and make you some nice dessert first?
Oh no, I'll be doing the cooking.
Oh, he does the cooking. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Renee can cook too, right? She can help.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Okay.
I've taught her a lot of recipes. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Well, that's
She
good.
never cooked before, but I'm teaching her how to cook.
Oh, cool. Oh, awesome. Okay, well, let's thank the people that had come out tonight. First of all, thank you, JPR, PH1, then Curtis Selby, the Tired Midnight Blogger. Thank you, sir. And, of course, on the panel here, Sci-Fi Sif Dan. Thank you, Brother Dan, for being here. Anchorman. Thank you, Brother Anchorman, for being here as well on the panel. And thank you to Connie Cleary. Oh, you're very welcome, sir. And thank you, Fluff Chick Productions, Miss Connie Cleary, for being a part of our moderator coverage tonight. Eric Sonder, Jolan True, thank you, sir, for being here as well. Also, let's thank the master moderator, Mr. Lemon Pie, and of course Kronos and his buddy Maximilian, and our Time Lord future traveler over in Malaysia, Mr. Sashi, and of course my brother in arms and from another mother, Mr. J. Aldridge, who came from Louisiana amongst the bayous and the voodoo dolls and the
No, not voodoo
crocodiles
dolls.
and the
That's South
gators.
Louisiana. I'm North Louisiana.
You're north. Okay, so you're safe.
Yeah.
And we had a new person visit us tonight, Mr. Ted Clubberlang. So thank you, Ted. And of course, thank you, Sci-Fi Dan, again for the last message we got you there. All right. So before we end this, let's go ahead and have. I'm so happy to say this, Mr. Brother J, Reverend J, if you would lead us out in a prayer, please, and I will shut out the
All
music
right.
here. Give me a second. Let me take that off and pause it. All right, sir. Go ahead with your prayer, please.
Dear Heavenly Father, we just thank you for another chance to be together and worship, Father, and in good fun. We thank you for this channel that is safe to come to and enjoy all of our friends, our families. And Father, you know that we all have petitions on our hearts and minds, and we lift those prayers up to you now. Father, I specifically ask you to please be with the Baines family who have lost their father, husband, and best friend. He was, he was a great head deacon for my church. He will be missed. Father, now lead, guide, and direct us back again next time. We ask all these things in the glorious name of Jesus Christ, your Son. We pray. Amen and amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. Thank you, Brother Jay. That was wonderful. I missed that. I missed the prayers that you give all to all of us, and
Please be in prayer of Twin Oaks Baptist Church because we are down to maybe 12 people now.
well, the whole church will get extra prayers from my parents, the Carmelite ministers. They will
But
pass that along.
we're going to keep the lights on until the last one goes.
Sounds good. Also, I do want to include in the prayer, I wanted to include our friend Sci-Fi Nation, Jay, our other Jay brother, and his beloved partner, Nikki. Help the Lord to get through their continuing problems that they're suffering through. Please help Brother Jay and get through his problems that he's suffering through, along with his beautiful girlfriend, Renee. Please pray. Please pray for our parents. My dad is turning 80 years old soon in November, but they're not doing very well right now. So please pray for them. Pray for all of our families out there, all the kids, everybody we know. Um, and of course, Jim's landscape. I know he's not doing so well, so let's pray for him as well. Give him a chance to be a part of the prayer chain so that we can pray for everybody that needs it. People that are out of work right now, that are suffering, that are homeless. Let's get them a job, Lord. Let's get them out there, get the angels to pull them off the streets and find better work and a better life. So, for
Yeah.
all this, we also ask in our name, in your name, Lord, and Jesus, and the Holy Trinity, and the Blessed Virgin Mary. Amen. Okay. Thank you.
Uh,
Yes. Thank you, Lord, for the
I
many
wanted
blessings.
to
Amen.
I wanted to mention to you, Mikey, you will not believe what Renee has done.
What?
She has
What you
just
done?
recently, last Wednesday,
Yeah.
signed the final papers
Uh-huh.
of on her seventh, not her sixth, her seventh washateria.
Nice. That's
This
awesome.
this woman is going to be successfully rich.
I hope so. It sounds like she's going to be easily a millionaire entrepreneur. Sounds great.
I thought she would be tired of this and sell everything like she's
Oh,
done in the past, but this one
it
she's really getting a hold of.
right. Well, you need to spend a little more time with her and get to know her better. Again.
Why do you think I haven't been on any of your streams here lately?
And I told you, real life is a lot more easier and better than being on streaming all the time. There's a lot more to do. I agreed with you, and I said, Jake, go for it, do it. That's what I said.
I went to
Yo.
Waverly and we went to the boat last weekend and I won $1,000.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
that's great.
gone in about 10 minutes.
Yeah. So Curtis Selby says, "Evening. Thanks for a great stream. Amen." Thank you, Curtis. I'm sorry that I know you were feeling a little tired, and I know you were driving and everything, so that's fine. Please try to make it for our streams this coming Friday or on Sunday, okay, for my birthday, whichever one you can attend. I know I'll see you at Charlotte night. Charlotte's streams for a Saturday and Sunday. So I know I'll see you there for that because we have a lot of fun. What we do is when we do the watch party, this is the last thing I promise to say, I hope. When we go to that watch party, we do like a sort of MST3K thing. We start talking and we had a riot. We had a riot.
I
We did a
love
watch party.
MST3K.
I miss it too. And we made fun of this one movie, uh, which had it was Blue Velvet with Kyle MacLachlan, Isabella Rossellini, Dennis Hopper. It was hilarious, and we just made fun of it, and it was great. It was a great evening all around, and yeah, I
I think
definitely think
my
that.
I think my favorite MST3K bit is they're watching this movie and there's this young girl that's walking very slowly with a divining rod trying to find water. And one of the robots goes, "Here comes the bride. She's out of her freaking mind."
Oh my gosh, yeah, yeah, definitely. All right, so we got 4 people still watching. Thank you, everyone. You know who you are. Everyone that's in the chat. We appreciate you being here tonight, especially. Uh, yes, okay. Sleep, right? Okay, cool. All right. So, in finally, and last but not least, and let's get back to this music. There we go. So, in the immortal words, of course, of our wonderful uh partner in crime, who has passed away. Rest in peace, Mr. Gene Siskel. The aisle is now closed. Once again, thank you all for being here. We will see you on Friday night stream at 11:15 p.m. Eastern, where we'll be reviewing the controversial movie Blink Twice. Until then, take care, everyone. God bless. And there's an aisle cleanup on aisle 7. I asked Suzanne to go get it. So, but we'll see you all again on MikeySuzeFour. Thank you, everyone. Take care.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Oh.
Take care.